On a rainy day in Oklahoma City, we bring you inside Blazers Ice Center for the final game of a 5-game set between the Amarillo Wranglers and the Oklahoma Warriors. Hi everybody and good evening. I'm Guy Chiarenza bringing you the action here from Oklahoma City. As I mentioned before, is the final game of a 5-game set. We'll kind of recap that set as the pregame show goes on. This is Wranglers Live, the pregame show for October 29th, Wranglers' last game in the month of October. Well, last weekend there were 2 games at the Budweiser bullpen. Amarillo came with the win on both occasions. On October 20th, the Wranglers defeated the Warriors 5-3 in a victory that saw the Wranglers break the 3-3 tie in the final minute of the game, with Roman Zapp and Connor McNaughton each scoring their second of the game to give the Wranglers the victory on that occasion. The day after, last Saturday, on October 21st, the Wranglers won 3-2 in overtime thanks to Connor McNaughton's game-winning goal in the extra overtime session. Then, most recently, on this week, Friday of this current weekend, on October 27th, the Wranglers won once again 3-2 in overtime. This time, Topi Pukkanen was the hero with 2 goals in that game, including the overtime winner. And then the most recent game last night here from Blazers Ice Center on October 28th, the Wranglers lost 5-2 to the Oklahoma Warriors in a game that saw Drew Sutton of Oklahoma score 2 goals and 1 assist. Wranglers look to bounce back tonight, as that loss last night did snap their 4-game winning streak, although really the word around the Wranglers locker room is, hey, they had a really good chance to win that game. They played a lot better than the final score indicated, and they're not to prove tonight that that game was just a fluke. See if the Wranglers are able to get the job done against the defending champions once again tonight. Going to be a tough task. These two teams seem to be pretty evenly matched. 2 overtime games against each other. And if you look at the goal differential in the first 4 games of this 5-game set, Amarillo has 13 goals for, Oklahoma has 12. So really even in terms of scoring. It's been a back and forth series that has seen the Wranglers come away with wins when the games get really tight and really close. So if the game is close in the 3rd period, history says that it favors the Wranglers. It's the 5th and final meeting of the series, and then these two teams will not meet until February 2nd and February 3rd in Amarillo. 3 more games remain after this one in the season series. We'll play 8 games total. As we look in at the Austin Hose rivalry series standings, Wranglers with 4 points. They currently lead the standings in that department. Odessa and Oklahoma each have 1 point. Oklahoma picking up their first point of the series with their win over Amarillo last night. Remember that any game that involves Amarillo, either it's Odessa or Oklahoma as their opponent, the victor will be awarded 1 point. But when Oklahoma and Odessa get together, since they only play 4 times, each of those games will be worth 2 points. Keep a close eye on the Austin Hose standings as the season goes on. Whoever has the most points at the end of the season will come away with the Austin Hoser Cup, which I've never seen before, but I've been told that it's a magnificent trophy and everybody wants to win it. So it's either going to go to the Wranglers, Warriors, or Jackalopes. So far, Wranglers lead the standings. Well, the power play has been very hot for the Wranglers as of late. The Amarillo power play has scored in each of its last 6 games and has scored 7 goals over that span. Most recently, Jack McDonald scored in last night's contest on the power play to open the scoring for Amarillo. So Wranglers will look for the power play to stay hot. Jack McDonald himself actually had a goal and an assist in last night's game. It was a multi-point game for Jack McDonald. So look for him to be a key player in tonight's matchup, as that game for McDonald was his 3rd multi-point game of the season. So we'll see if he has some more magic left in the tank tonight. Reasons for the Amarillo power play's success as of late: they've been moving the puck really, really well, getting shots on goal, creating traffic in front of the netminder. And their big stars, their big playmakers on the power play have been making plays. We saw Topi Pukkanen do it, Connor McNaughton on occasion do it, Jack McDonald last night. Both of his goals on the season have come on the power play. Of course, can't forget about Jack Ivey, who is out due to illness in the first 2 games in the set against Oklahoma in Amarillo. but he's a big impact player on the power play as well. Of course, I mean, we can talk about big impact players for the Wranglers showing out in the first 4 games of this series. Topi Pukin with 2 goals and an assist. Ben Ivy has 2 goals and 2 assists in this series. Ben's actually on a 5-game point streak dating back to the matchup against Odessa. He's got 2 goals and 4 assists in that span, so he's been quietly adding to his point total on the season. As on the year, Ben has 5 goals, 8 assists for 13 points in 13 games, so he's a point-per-game player. Wranglers captain leading the way as he's been hot as of late. We'll talk about being hot. Also, Nolan Gagnon has 4 assists in this series. Seems like he's done a really good job of stepping into that offensive defenseman role for the Wranglers. Wow, what a tongue twister. Offensive defenseman role for the Wranglers, as he's been very solid puck-moving defenseman for the Wranglers, as he leads the team in assists with 11. So this is a guy that really can move the puck well for the Wranglers, and has been giving them some scoring depth coming from the blue line. For him to be a factor in this game tonight on some Wrangler goals. Another guy that's also been passing the puck around a lot is Alex Papasparopoulos. He also has 4 goals in the first 4 games of this series. And, of course, we can't forget about Connor McNaughton, who, of course, started red hot to start the series. He's got 3 goals and 1 assist. Look for him to make another impact here tonight. Of course, last night he made an impact, not by scoring, but he ended up getting in a fight last night, something that he doesn't typically do, but that was the talk of the town after the game, was Connor McNaughton dropping the gloves and showing who's boss. So we'll look for Connor McNaughton to get back on the score sheet in tonight's game. But for the Wranglers, have to keep their eyes on the top scorers for Oklahoma. It seems throughout the course of this series, Wranglers stars have been showing out, but so have the Warriors. Can't play against Oklahoma without looking at numbers 8 and 7 respectively. Drew Sutton, number 8 for Oklahoma, has 4 goals and 3 assists in the first 4 games against Amarillo this season. 2 goals and 1 assist last night for Sutton. Scored 4 on 4 and then on the power play. And he's on a 5-game point streak as well. So we have 2 players in this game, 1 on each side. They're currently riding a 5-game point streak. We also look at Oklahoma's Caden Nelson. Only has a goal and an assist in this series, but seems to always be a lethal threat whenever he's out there on the ice. The Wranglers defense has been made well aware of what he's capable of doing, and they will look to put a stop to his shenanigans tonight. Going back to Sutton, he's only been held scoreless twice this season. One of those games was, I believe it was the second game from the Budweiser bullpen on Saturday. And earlier on in the season, he was also held scoreless. He's played 12 games this year. Leads the Warriors in points. He's got 11 goals, 8 assists for 19 points on the year. Dangerous threat for Oklahoma. Wranglers will have to find a way to shut him down tonight. Let's get to the starting lineups for both teams tonight. It looks like for the home Oklahoma Warriors, they will open with their top line of number 12, Riley Bruick, Missouri native on the left wing. Centering that line, the aforementioned Drew Sutton from Hortonville, Wisconsin. And on the right wing, number 9, Bryce Howard. Shoots left, they got him on the right wing. The Texas native will round out that top line for the Warriors. On defense, they'll send out their 3rd pairing of number 15, Ollie Chesler, and number 26, Nathan Rickey on the left and right sides, respectively. In goal, once again, it'll be Dylan Johnson. Johnson got the win last night for the Warriors. They'll turn to him again. The Dallas, Texas native stopped 24 of 26 shots in the 5-2 victory for Oklahoma last night. Starting lineup for the Wranglers, they'll also throw out their top line to begin the game. On the left wing, number 93, Jack McDonald, New York native, will play on the left wing. Centering that line, you got number 4, Wranglers captain Ben Ivy. And on the right wing is twin brother Jack Ivy, wearing number 6, both from San Diego, California. They'll play at Army West Point next year. They will round out that top line for the Wranglers. On defense, Wranglers will throw out their first D pairing of Trey Williams on the left side and Nolan Gagnon on the right side. And D pairing has developed a lot of chemistry as the season has gone on. Look for them to be a big impact pairing for the Wranglers tonight. In goal, last night it was Connor McDonough. McDonough has started every single game against the Warriors in this 5-game set. He'll get the nod again, as after the 4th Warriors goal last night, McDonough was relieved by Luka Gons. Gons will be the backup tonight. But for McDonough, really wasn't a bad showing last night. Can't really chalk up all those goals as his fault. Probably tee it up as just the coaches needed a spark as the Wranglers were down by 3 heading into the 3rd period. So McDonough will look to bounce back here tonight, as he has got a record of 6-3-1 on the season, a 2.6 goals against average, and a 903 save percentage. Wranglers have relied on him heavily to start the year. He's been fantastic. Wranglers will turn to him once again tonight. President of Hockey Operations and GM for the Wranglers is former head coach Harry Mahood. Stepping into that head coach role this season is Ryan Anderson, and his new assistant is Connor Yanni. As they announce the starting lineups in-house, we'll talk about the rest of the Wranglers roster. You can't talk about the Wranglers depth without looking at that second forward line of Pukanen, Papaspropoulos, and Zapp. They've been putting in good work for the Wranglers this season, not just offensively, but defensively as well. As the members of that line are some of the leaders in the clubhouse for plus-minus. You just look at Roman Zapp and Alex Papaspropoulos. Zapp at +8, and Papaspropoulos at +4 on the year. Very solid line defensively and offensively for the Wranglers. Third line will once again be Grayson Gerhardt on the left wing. Connor McNaughton centering that line with Luke Morris on the right wing. And on the 4-forward line, left wing, the Henderson, Tennessee native Tommy Chunchikov will play on the left wing, with Morley Phillips centering that line. And on the right wing, the old 3-9er, Corson McGuire will round out the Wranglers forward group. On defense, talked about the Trey Williams and Gagnon pairing. Second defensive pairing will consist of Colin Doherty, number 16 on the left side. Right side, number 2, Kyle DeMarco. Those two have been well familiar with each other over their course as Wranglers. Will be paired up once again tonight. And the third pairing will consist number 5, Henry McRoberts, and number 7, Drew Jeffers, as we get ready for the national anthem here in Blazers Ice Center. We'll be back in 1 minute and then have first period puck drop from OKC. I'm Guy Chiarenza. You're listening to the Wranglers Hockey Network on NATV and YouTube.
This is Trace Day, and you're listening to Wranglers Hockey on YouTube.
Good, perfect. We are all set and ready to go from Oklahoma City. Blazers Ice Center is our battleground for tonight, as Wranglers and the Warriors will battle for the 5th time this season. Wranglers lead the season series 3-1. Wranglers will be wearing their road blue jerseys. It's a blue jersey with red and white striping, white shoulder yoke, white lettering, and white numbers with red trim. Warriors will be wearing their home jerseys. It's a gray jersey with black numbers, orange trim. You got some orange and white stripes on there as well, with some black stripes mixed in. As starting goaltender for the Warriors, number 35, Dylan Johnson, got the victory last night. He'll look to make it back-to-back wins tonight, but the Wranglers are going to make it tough on him. Dylan Johnson, 2005 born, 6'2", 196 pounds. He's got a record of 3-1-1 on the year with a 2.98 goals against average. For the Wranglers in goal, number 1, Connor McDonough became a bit of a folk hero after his impressive end to last season to help the Wranglers make their first playoff berth as a franchise. McDonough has a record of 6-3-1 at 2.6 goals against average and a .903 save percentage as we are underway from Blazers Ice Center. Puck skitters into the Oklahoma zone as they will go chopping it into the neutral zone. Sutton's able to corral it, moves towards his left. He'll try and center it towards the slot. Wranglers are quick to read it and pick it off. Jack Ivey takes a tumble. Sutton picks the puck back up, tries to center it towards Howard. Wranglers' defensive stick got in the way of that. Wranglers come away with the puck right side. Jack Ivey flips it into the neutral zone. Racing after it is Nathan Ricky. Ricky finds Bruick in the neutral zone. He'll dump it into the Wranglers zone. After it is Colin Doherty. Longtime defenseman for the Wranglers, just throw it up ahead. It's stolen by Dronin. He'll flip it across to the near side. Wranglers regain possession below their own goal line as Doherty tries to find Putin up ahead, and he does. Although upward pass in the neutral zone glances off a stick, and the Warriors quickly turn the other way. Shot by Bollinger, he fans on it. DeMarco picks up the loose change. He'll chip it over to Doherty. He picks his head up. Has to find a stretch pass in the neutral zone. He's got it. Pukanen will dump it deep into Oklahoma ice. Make that Johnson out to slow it down. As Wranglers hold it in at the far point. McRoberts fires it towards the goal. Goes off the skate of Gerhard. And will be picked up by the Warriors. But Amarillo takes it away at center ice. Papaspropoulos in at the top of the slot. Takes a shot. Goes off the stick and off the end wall. Puck comes to the near side wall. Bollinger has to go across to Nelson. Wranglers were able to read it. McRoberts, good defensive play there. Oklahoma will have to try again. Left side, Thiesing looks to find Spool up ahead, sees it pop off his stick. McDonough out to play it. He'll corral it to the far corner of the Wranglers zone. Carlisle, centering pass goes through everybody, and it'll be picked up by Luke Morris. He'll quickly move the other way. Potential 3-on-2 here for the Wranglers. McNaughton, left side. Gerhard settles the puck down, tries to move towards the middle, goes off a stick, and it's a pop fly that's caught by Johnson. Loses the handle on it. Puck is free below the goal line. Squirts out to Ghanen on the near side wall. He'll drift towards his left. Find Williams far point. He'll send it below the goal line. Wranglers cycling the puck around here in the offensive zone, but Oklahoma's able to come away with it for a moment and force the Wranglers to retreat to their own zone. Trey Williams, the Dallas native, will try and throw it up ahead for Morris, but that line is tired for the Wranglers. They have to get a change. Oklahoma moving right side into the neutral zone. Thiesing towards the middle. Stolen away by Ghanem. Good play by the Wranglers defense. Oklahoma from the comfort of their own zone once more will look to break out. It's Homer. Moving right side, stood up by Chunchikov. Puck will roll back down towards McDonough. He will keep it moving. Pitches it towards the near side wall. Doherty checks over his shoulder. Will move it towards Chunchikov. Tommy Chunchikov in open space. Moving left side, goes across for Phillips. Taps off his stick. He'll chase after it. Sutton picks up the loose puck as Phillips was directed towards the corner. Oklahoma trying to get out of their own zone. Wranglers aren't making it easy on them. Amarillo applying the pressure here on the forecheck. Passed up ahead for Bruick. He'll work his way down low in Amarillo territory. Wranglers are quick to swarm him. As a cluster of bodies tumble down. Centering pass for Ricky goes off a stick. Picked up by Chesler. He's hounded at the line by Jack Ivey. Puck goes up in the air. As Jack will get it back out to center ice with some help from McDonald. Oklahoma trying to get the puck back, and they do. Ricky will start the next breakout for Oklahoma. In the neutral zone, Sutton works his way into the Amarillo zone. He'll just backhand it in. He goes off for a change. Right wing attack for the Wranglers. Glances off the stick of Jack Ivey. Comes to Oklahoma. They'll reset their attack. His left wing Sproul gets crunched by DeMarco. This puck is picked up by Jeffers. Turnover out in front. Oklahoma is unable to cash in. Wranglers were able to get a few sticks in the way. 15-15 to go in the first period. Oklahoma dumps the puck in. McDonough will once again keep it moving. Directs it to the far corner. Carlisle off the wall. Finds Nelson. Drop pass for Elliott. Push it down low, but nobody was there. McRoberts takes a swing at it. Moves it along to the near side wall. Nelson was there for Oklahoma. Bollinger tries to center it. Goes off the back of the net. Comes to Elliott far side. Low the goal line. Jeffers tries to peel away from the pressure of Oklahoma. Get some help from Pukinen to do so, and the Wranglers get it back out to center ice. Van Ivey gains center red and will throw it in for Pukinen to chase after it. Comes to Fleming on the near side wall. Puck bounces in the neutral zone. Pukinen picks it up and finds Williams, who will work the play up ahead. He'll move it left side, bounce it off the wall to himself. Williams deep into offensive territory. Warriors kick it to the far wall. And they'll get it back out to center, and up ahead is Bollinger. Missing after him is Gagnon. He'll take a shot and goes off the end wall. Gerhard picks up that loose puck. Send it in the neutral zone. Papaspropoulos picks it up left side, and we have a whistle with 13:58 to go in period one. If I'm not mistaken, I believe that is our first whistle of the game. Looks like it was an offside on the Wranglers. The McNaughton line comes out there with Morris and Gerhard. Oklahoma wins the draw. Left side, Thiesing slides his way into the neutral zone. They try and do a 1-2 pass and get it back to him, but the Wranglers are able to break up that chance. Doherty sends Carlisle tumbling to the ice. He's lost his stick, and Oklahoma turns it over. DeMarco, left side, tries to find Gerhard in the neutral zone, but it got tangled up in his skates. Instead, will go deep into Oklahoma territory. Wranglers retain possession, though. DeMarco will slap it down the goal line. After it is McNaughton. Connor McNaughton in the far corner. Gets it to the point for Doherty, but it just took a funny bounce and went over his stick. He'll have to go chase after it in his own zone. Scoreless game so far here in Oklahoma. 13:12 to go on the clock in the first period. Tommy Chunchikov moves in, shoots, and a save made by Johnson. Good look there for Tommy Chunchikov, who is still searching for his first goal of the season. Tommy, strong forechecker for the Wranglers. This is a guy that put up 8 goals last season. He will look to find his scoring touch this season, but something tells me that when Tommy Chunchikov does find his scoring touch, he'll keep it. And just a matter of time before he does so. He's off the draw. Wranglers win it. Chunchikov battling for the puck. He's able to pry it free. He'll turn and shoot again, and a save made by Johnson on that try. Good work there by Tommy Chunchikov offensively. Oklahoma will work it back out to center. There's Bryce Howard streaking into the Wranglers zone. He'll drop it for Sutton for a shot. Sticked away by McDonough. Turning chance there for Bruick is once again stopped by McDonough. Jeffers tries to throw it off the wall to Chunchikov. It's picked off by Sutton. Moves it towards the center for Howard, and he scores. Bryce Howard will pick up the goal, as it will be his 3rd of the season. All 3 of his points this year have been goals. As for the Wranglers, just one of those plays where Oklahoma was very aggressive at pinching the Wranglers at the Amarillo blue line. Weren't able to get it out of their own zone in front of their own bench. And Oklahoma took it the other way. And Nelson was all alone in the low slot. He's able to beat McDonough for the score. So Oklahoma with an early 1-0 lead. Oklahoma has scored the first goal in all 3 games here at Blazers Ice Center. The Wranglers were at home. They scored the first goal on both occasions. Wranglers down by 1. We'll see how they respond here. Williams twisting and turning in the near corner of his own zone, able to retain possession of the puck. He's being hounded by Sutton. Sutton picked up an assist on the Howard goal as Oklahoma throws it to the high slot. Vig takes a shot, goes off a body. Williams will chase after it. Gets clamored in the corner. Centering pass just goes by Howard as he was looking to double dip after scoring the first goal. Wranglers will dump it out down to Johnson, who slows it down. Swinging out left side. Oklahoma's Bollinger looks to find a man in the middle. We get a whistle here with 11:47 to go in period 1. The first goal of the game was scored by Bryce Howard, his 3rd of the year. He was assisted by Drew Sutton and Riley Bruick. The Wranglers surrender that goal at looks like 7 minutes and 26 seconds into the first period. Good news for the Wranglers is it looks like they're going to have a power play opportunity to try and get this one back. We talked about how hot the power play was coming into this game, scoring in each of their last 6 games, 7 goals over that span. Perfect opportunity for the Wranglers to get this one back. Zap off the draw. Wranglers trying to keep the puck in the offensive zone. They do. Williams will go down and pinch it. And Oklahoma is quick to take it away and send it back down towards McDonough to get the clear. Wranglers power play hovering at around 20% on the season. Puck comes to Sutton. He will send it back down to McDonough. The Oklahoma penalty kill has already killed off about 35 seconds of power play time. Streaking into the offensive zone, Papaspropoulos loses it to the Warriors. Chalmers tries to get it out. McNaughton holds it at the blue line, but Eli Linesman says that he didn't. And so it'll be an offside on the Wranglers. 10:59 to go in the first and 1:12 remaining on the power play. Wranglers will get a change here as they will send out their first power play unit with the Ivy brothers, Jack McDonald, Nolan Gagnon, and Topi Pukkanen. Jack McDonald had a power play goal in last night's game. 3rd multi-point game of the year, saw him notch a goal and an assist. And it's from neutral ice. Warriors will send it down to McDonough, who gloves it down. Wranglers look to reset the attack. Right wing breakout. Jack Ivy drops it off for Pukkanen. He'll flip the script and send it left side. Ben Ivy into the offensive zone. He will get pinched in the corner. Try and send it down low for McDonald. He does. Gets it up to the point for Gagnon. Contesting him is Dronin. Dronin takes the puck away and quickly turns the other way. Cutting him off is Jack Ivy. Comes to Snelson, who takes a shot. Saved made by McDonough. Second attempt goes off the side of the net. Comes to Nelson again. And another stop by McDonough. Oh boy, dangerous chance for Caden Nelson on the short-handed attempts, as he already has 2 short-handed goals on the year. Here he comes again, deep in Wrangler territory. It's pinned up by Ben Ivy along the wall. 19 seconds to go on the power play for the Wranglers. Gagnon comes away with it, send it right side for Jack Ivy. Over the line, drops it off for Pukkanen. Turns away from the pressure. Pukkanen spinning towards the middle, looks to find Jack Ivy. Glanced off the stick of Sutton, and he will quickly go the other way. Drew Sutton, speedy forward, moves in, shoots, save made by McDonough. Rebound is picked up by Ben Ivy. And the Wranglers escape any more danger. We're back to 5-on-5 strength. Pukkanen in offensively, moves towards the slot. Topi Pukkanen shoots, and it's blocked. Comes back out to the neutral zone. McRoberts gains center red, and will just fire it in. Below the goal line, Vig comes away with the puck. He'll send it towards his left for Bollinger. Bollinger finds Homer streaking through the neutral zone. Homer is crunched by Grayson Gerhardt as he loses the puck. Gerhardt throwing his weight around. 6'3", 180 pounds. Warriors felt the full force of it. Here go the Wranglers again, once again in Oklahoma territory. Below the goal line, Renner comes away with it. Wranglers are able to get a man off. Chunchakov comes on. McNaughton steals it away, gets it across for a shot by Morris that goes off a stick. Comes along to the far corner. Chunchakov below the goal line. Has to move away from Vig. Holding it in is McNaughton near point. He'll spin it around to the far side. Chunchikov. Have to get up to McRoberts. Puck went past him, and we get a whistle here with 8:33 to go in the first. So it's going to be too many men. It's going to be against the Wranglers. So Oklahoma will get their first chance on the power play. Oklahoma scored a power play goal last night. It was Drew Sutton scoring on that man advantage against Oklahoma. He's out there right now. He'll be out there with Ricky, Sproul, Dronin, and looks like Nelson. The Wranglers start the shorthanded unit. It'll be Doherty, the Ivy brothers, and DeMarco. Players get tied up off the draw. Puck directs to the near wall, and flipping it out is Jack Ivy to kill off some early seconds of the penalty. Serving the penalty for the Wranglers is number 21, Morley Phillips, but the call was too many men on the ice. Left side, Oklahoma, here they come. Move it right side for Dronin. Bounces off the wall, he gets it back. Defending him is Doherty. Comes to Sutton, gets it up to the line for Ricky. Ricky shoots. Save made by McDonough. Puck is loose to the top of the blue paint. Oklahoma trying to jam it home. Puck is still free. Works its way to the far corner. Coming away with this Dronin. Finds Sutton across. Nelson one-timer off the end wall. Dronin finds Sutton once more. Tries to go across for Sutton at the circle. Up top for Ricky. Cross. Sutton. Nelson. And he fans on the one-timer. Puck is free. Oklahoma tries to jam it home. And sprawling out to make the save is McDonough. And he somehow gets a paw on it, and he covers with 7:35 to go in the first, and just a little over a minute remaining on the penalty. Good action for the Warriors there to start that power play. Wranglers PK unit stood tall. And will pull off 58 seconds power play so far. Ball be to the right of McDonough, near circle of the Wranglers zone as you see it on NATV. Carlisle will take it for Oklahoma. Looks like McNaughton will be the representative for the Wranglers. Wranglers penalty kill 84.8% on the season. He's off the draw. Chesler finds Elliott. Work it in deep. Carlisle on his backhand. Twist to the top of the far circle. Moves to his forehand. Finds Bruick, back to Carlisle. Carlisle shoots, pad save by McDonough. Howard sends along to the far half wall. Bruick tries to get it back up top for Chesler, but the pressure from McNaughton sends him out to the neutral zone. 35 seconds to go on the Oklahoma power play. They'll work it in deep once more. McDonough slows it down, goes to the far corner of the Wranglers zone. A battle for the puck there. Oklahoma's able to spear it away. Left side, Bruick towards the middle, across for Howard. And a one-timer attempt is fanned on, goes off the end wall, and McDonough is able to scoop it up and cover with 20 seconds remaining on the Oklahoma power play. I really can't say that the Warriors haven't had their chances on this power play opportunity, but Connor McDonough's been sharp. And the Wranglers penalty unit has done a good job of blocking shots and getting sticks in the way. Just the right moments to keep Oklahoma off the board. Warriors have a 1-0 lead off the goal from Bryce Howard. They're looking to add and make it a 2-0 lead. Chesler from the line, moving towards his left, swings it to his right for Howard. Across, looking for the one-timer for Elliott. Defensive stick got in the way. Puck out loose in front of McDonough. He's able to jab at it, keep it away, but it's still loose in the slot. Wranglers, Ivy sweeps it away. And that should do it for the penalties. So Oklahoma goes 0 for 1 on the power play. Both teams having a chance on the man advantage. Nobody has been able to cash in so far. McDonough out to play it. Sends it to Jack Ivy. No-look backhander is picked off by Speck. Finds Chalmers. One-timer from the line is blockered away by McDonough. Jeffers picks up the puck in deep in his own zone. Finds his deep partner McRoberts. He'll get it back to Jeffers after Homer was applying pressure on the forecheck. Stretch pass. McDonald will move in. Tries to go around the defense and stood up by Chalmers. Warriors lost his stick. Opportunity for the Wranglers here. Across one-timer to Marco. Just screeched wide of the net. Jeffers holds it in at the near point. Works it in deep, looking for McGuire. Puck bouncing around like a ping pong ball. They're directed to the near corner of the Warriors zone. Coming away with it is Speck. Looks like Oklahoma's just going to be patient here as they try and plan their next move on the breakout. Up ahead, Boulanger in the neutral zone takes a tumble. Apollon will steal it away and backhand it in. Johnson out to slow the play down. Moving towards his left. Big hit by Chunchikov, looking to steal that puck away. Makes another collision with Speck as Morris gets into the fray. Chunchikov peels the puck away from the far side boards. Gets it to Apollon. Finds Chunchikov. He'll turn, try and dump it in. Goes off Apollon. Tommy gets it back, although he's being hit by Gross-Didier. He steals the puck away. Wranglers throwing their weight around here in the late stages of the first period. Good forechecking here by this Wranglers line. As Oklahoma finds Gross-Didier in center ice. He'll take a shot. It's blocked by Doherty, and he will go down to the ice. There'll be a scrum in the near corner of the Wranglers zone. Divine Apollon taking offense. And it looks like they're going to direct Devo to the penalty box. We'll see if an Oklahoma Warrior will head that way. Doherty's just now getting back up to his feet. Hopefully he'll be okay. It looked like he either caught a puck or stick up high. The Warriors were bustling into the Wranglers zone. Looks like it'll just be Apollon in the penalty box, so Oklahoma will have their second power play chance of the game. 0 for 1 on that last attempt. Wranglers' penalty kill will look to go 2 for 2 in the contest. Ivy twins out there with Gagnon and Williams to start the penalty kill. Off the draw, Oklahoma wins it. Draw was in front of the Wranglers bench. Left side, Sutton in, flips it below the goal line. Chasing after it is Sproul. A backhand to the near wall for Nelson. Up top, Ricky. Nelson calls for it. He's got it. Nelson moves in, shoots, and it rang off the pipe. Oklahoma just inches away from taking a 2-0 lead. Below the goal line, Sproul works along to the near side for Nelson once more. Nelson is met by 2 Wranglers. It's Jack Ivy in the fray as long as Gagnon and Williams. And Amarillo is able to pry the puck free, and they will send it back down to Oklahoma ice. Minute 22 to go on the penalty to Apollon. A little over 4 minutes to go in the first. Right side, Nelson into offensive territory, clambers off a skate, and the Wranglers pick it up and send it back down to Johnson. Wranglers have done an excellent job of stuffing Oklahoma at the Wrangler blue line. Here come the Warriors once more. Carlisle, left side. Pass glances off a skate. Marco after it. Wranglers swing it out to the line, but not out. Elliott shoots, goes off a body, pops up into the air. Corralling it is Howard. We'll get it along to the far wall. Hops over the stick of Bruick. Elliott keeps it in at the point. Send it down low for Howard. Howard, right side. Lefty pass towards Chesler at the line. Down low for a shot by Bruick that just missed the net. McDonough might have gotten a piece of it. Elliott down low towards the middle looking for Howard, and he couldn't get the shot away. I'll come back out to center ice. 19 seconds to go on the Oklahoma power play. Chesler will flip it towards himself. Will chase after it. Jeffers meets it at the end wall. Everybody converges on that puck. See who comes away with it. And squeaking it free is Bruick all alone. Elliott, one-timer, save made by McDonough. Picking up the loose changes, McNaughton out of the box. McGuire on a breakaway to the goal. Backhand save by Johnson. Williams holds it in at the point, off the end wall. Chunchikov backhands it down below the goal line looking for Phillips. Oklahoma peels it away. Left side. Ruick all alone at center ice. Will gain center red and just pitch it in as he goes off for a change. 2:19 to go in the first. We're back to 5-on-5 strength. As Oklahoma from their own zone will swing it out right side. Now flip the script and send it left. Up ahead, Bullinger will work it down low. Chasing after it is Doherty. Moves it around, but not out. Brenner holds it in, flips it on goal. Save made by McDonough. Speck chops at it, rides along the boards. Comes down to Phillips, loses it to Bullinger. Bullinger to the line. Brenner fires. Blocked by Phillips, up in the air and batting it out of the air is Doherty. Looked like that puck was destined to go into the net, and it looked like McDonough had no idea where it was. Wranglers send it back down with 1:38 to go. Oklahoma applying the pressure here, looking to take a 2-0 lead. Wranglers had an excellent chance most recently with McGuire. Knocking on the door again. DeMarco from the point. Tries to send it down low, goes off a body. Streaking after it is Nelson, but he's not going to beat Colin Doherty. Good defensive play by the Wranglers veteran to cut off that chance for Caden Nelson. Zap on the forecheck, steals the puck away down low. Far wall. Papaspropoulos comes away with it, finds Williams at the far point. He'll pitch it up ahead, gloving it down is Pukinen. And Wranglers get it towards the middle. Papaspropoulos shot goes wide. Bullinger lifts it high into the air, looking for Nelson, moving up ahead again, but Williams will win the race, and there'll be an icing on Oklahoma with 53.1 seconds to go in the first. Afterwards, we still have a little bit of bad blood. Looks like Caden Nelson was in there with Sproul. Pukinen, Gagnon, and Zapp were there as well. One thing about Caden Nelson and Drew Sutton for the Warriors is those are some really fast players that the Warriors have. And they'll draw up these plays where kind of just send them off and running, kind of like a receiver running a route in football, where kind of make a move in the neutral zone and try and catching the defense napping at the blue line. Caden Nelson almost had one of those opportunities, but he wasn't going to fool the veteran defenseman in Colin Doherty, one of the Wranglers' best D-man. He's off the draw. Ben Ivey works his way towards the slot, finds Jack for a shot. It's blocked out in front. Jack Ivey gets it back to the line. Cross, Ivey shoots, pad save, rebound. Ben Ivey can't get it to the goal. As left wing, Bruick sees it hop off a stick and escape. Comes along to the far wall. Warriors will send it in deep for another icing with 30 seconds to go in the first. Ben Ivey to take the draw. Offensive zone draw for the Wranglers. Ben out there with Jack Ivey, Jack McDonald, Williams, and Gagnon. And he gets it to Williams, left point. Trey will send it below the goal line. It's met by Ricky of Oklahoma. Throws it towards the slot, sees it glance off his teammate's skate. Oklahoma is able to get back out the center, and the Wranglers bank it off the far side glass. They'll chase after it. Jack Ivey tries to get it towards the slot, but Oklahoma denies him that chance. Carlisle will neutralize. Will this time gain the red line, avoid the icing. McDonough out to play it. Moves it left side. The time will expire, and that'll do it for the first period. So the score after 20 minutes of play, the Oklahoma Warriors 1 and the Amarillo Wranglers 0. We look at the shot count for the first period. Looks like Oklahoma outshot the Wranglers 11-4 in the first period. Although, just like last night, seems like the case rings true here tonight. Oklahoma blocked a lot of shots from the Wranglers in the first period. I think the Wranglers were able to get some of those on goal. That shot count would definitely be higher. Only goal was scored by Bryce Howard, assisted by Sutton and Bruick. We'll talk about all the events of the first period, what the Wranglers need to do to get on the board in the second period, and look at some scores from around the league and the South Division standings, make sense of what it all means as the Wranglers finish up this game here tonight and welcome the Shreveport Mudbugs on Thursday and Friday for the first time this season. Be back in just a few minutes on the Wranglers Hockey Network on NATV and YouTube.
This is Trace Day, and you're listening to Wranglers Hockey on YouTube.
Good, perfect. Welcome back to the Wranglers Hockey Network, where the Oklahoma Warriors lead the Wranglers 1-0 after 20 minutes of play. First intermission report starts right now. Hi everybody, I'm Chiarenza, bringing you all the action here from Blazers Ice Center. Rainy day in OKC today. Not a very pleasant day outside, but this first period was very fun to watch. Very fun, fast-paced first period. Only 3 penalties on the board, 2 against the Wranglers, 1 against the Warriors. Wranglers PK unit 2 for 2 so far in the first period. And the Warriors penalty kill is 1 for 1. Wranglers power play 0 for 1. Wranglers have scored power play goals in each of their last 6 games, so you got to figure if the Wranglers get another crack at it on the man advantage, they'll be able to draw up something pretty good. Although on their first and only chance of the first period, Oklahoma is generating some good chances shorthanded. That came from Caden Nelson. We talked about him in the pregame show. This is a guy that's got a lot of speed. He's been buzzing. Only a goal and assist in the series against Amarillo so far, yes, but he's second on the team in points, 8 goals, 10 assists. 2 of those goals came shorthanded, 3 of them on the power play. So this seems to be a special player on special teams, and the Wranglers need to find a way to shut him down. Looks like the Warriors try and draw up plays for Sutton and Nelson in the neutral zone to try and beat the defense with their speed. Wranglers done a good job of shutting that down so far. And we'll see if they can continue to do it as the night wears on. So only 1 goal in the first period. Obviously, it came Oklahoma's way. came 7:26 into the first period. Bryce Howard gets his 3rd goal of the year. He's only got 3 points on the season. All 3 of them are goals. Bryce Howard picks up his 3rd of the year from, looks like it's going to be Sutton and Bruick. So Drew Sutton has now hit 20 points on the year. He's the leader for the Warriors in points. And that goal is the goal that gave the Warriors a 1-0 lead. It was just one of those plays where Oklahoma was very aggressive at the Wranglers' blue line. They were kind of trying to pinch the Wranglers in front of their own bench, steal the puck away, and go the other way. And that's really exactly what they did. Aggressive approach from Oklahoma paid off as they were able to get the puck down to Sutton, who was along the right side wing. And he was able to find Bryce Howard alone in the slot, and he was able to beat McDonough to make it a 1-0 hockey game. Overall, not a bad period for the Wranglers. You look at the shot count, 11-4 in favor of the Warriors. This may seem a bit glaring at first glance, but you have to remember that Oklahoma had 2 chances on the power play that generated a lot of shot opportunities for them, which they certainly took. And for the Wranglers, they only got 4 shots on goal, yes, but in terms of shot attempts, I would say that number is probably in the double digits. Oklahoma, over the course of last night's 5-2 loss for the Wranglers, did a really good job of blocking shots, creating traffic in the slot, making it difficult for the Wranglers to get shots on goal. You can probably go back and listen to the tape and see how many times I said shot blocked by the Warriors. It seemed to be a lot for the Wranglers because Oklahoma was just getting bodies in front of the shots. And so I think for the Wranglers, you got to find a way to combat that somehow and get pucks on goal. Maybe this means the Wranglers are maybe being a little bit too predictable. You're in the 5th game straight against this opponent. I mean, at this point, these 2 teams are very familiar with each other, so perhaps the Wranglers need to drop something different offensively, or maybe they just need to find a way to work the puck around a little bit more to find an open shooting lane. It never hurts to throw a shot on goal. I've always said that throughout the course of my career, and I'll say it here again. It never hurts to put a shot on goal. You never know what can happen out in front, especially if the goaltender's screened. You got a guy out in front who can maybe get a tip on it. If it does make it on goal, you never know where that rebound might go. Somebody could be waiting on the doorstep to cash in. So, I mean, it never hurts to throw the puck on goal, and I think for the Wranglers, they're doing a good job of doing that. They just got to keep at it and find a way to dodge the defense of the Oklahoma Warriors, who have done an excellent job at shot blocking in this game. Wranglers defense has done a good job of that as well, don't get me wrong, but it just seems like whenever the Wranglers have a grade A scoring chance, it seems like they're either stymied by Dylan Johnson or shot is blocked by the Warriors defense. So not a bad first period for the Wranglers overall. I think they played a lot better than what the statistics may say. I think they're able to take that momentum heading into the 2nd period, then they'll be in good shape. I think Amarillo's best scoring chance came when Corse McGuire was all alone in the neutral zone right after a Pollins penalty had ended. Stretch pass up ahead, McGuire had a breakaway, tried to move it in and go backhand on Dylan Johnson, but Johnson was able to shut the door and make the save. So for the Wranglers, a lot of good stuff to build on offensively and defensively. So a lot of hockey left to be played in this one, so we'll see how they fare in the 2nd period. Wranglers are dead even in goal differential. Coming into last night's game, the 2nd period was their best period in terms of scoring. Although now it seems like right now the Wranglers' best period for scoring is overtime. So again, another statistic that favors the Wranglers in close games. But I mean, in the 1st period, they're dead even in goal differential. 2nd period, dead even in goal differential. And they're a -4 in the 3rd period, but +4 in overtime. So, or overtime or a shootout. So, it's one of those things where the Wranglers are a team that's really kind of built to win close games. And they've certainly done that so far throughout the course of the season. In 1-goal games, the Wranglers are 5-1-1. So when it gets down to crunch time and gets down to the wire, the Wranglers have proven time and time again that they can win close games against good teams. I mean, just look at the first few games of this series. this set, and the Wranglers were able to do just that. So no reason to panic for the Wranglers. If they're able to keep this game close throughout the course of the game, then they should be able to find a way to win it. Although on a night like this, and of course looking at the previous games that these games have played, seems like it's going to be a race to 3. Whoever gets that third goal is probably in pretty good shape of winning tonight's game. So Wranglers will look to get on their horse and generate a goal or 2, maybe 3, in the second period. And hopefully by this time, the second intermission report, we're talking about Wranglers scoring some goals in the second period. We come back on the first intermission report. We'll look at some scores from around the league, look at the South Division standings, talk about what it all means, and preview next weekend's matchup against the Shreveport Mugbugs. This is the Wranglers Hockey Network on NATV and YouTube.
This is Trace Day, and you're listening to Wranglers Hockey on YouTube.
Good, perfect. Welcome back to the first intermission report. Oklahoma has a 1-0 lead after the first period. Wranglers looking to get on the board here. It's the third straight game where Oklahoma has scored the first goal of the game. Really kind of interesting, as Oklahoma never had the lead against the Wranglers in the 2 games at the Budweiser bullpen. Amarillo jumped out, getting the first goal in both of those games. If memory serves me correctly, it was Ben Ivey getting both of the first goals of the game back in Amarillo, but down here in Oklahoma seems to be a different story, as the Warriors have scored the first goal on all 3 occasions. So Wranglers looking to find another way to come back and win a game. Nothing new. They've done that before. I think you got to look at some big playmakers for the Wranglers. Looks like the Ivy brothers have been buzzing. Pukinen has looked solid. Connor McNaughton has actually had a really solid game for the Wranglers as well, as he saw his goal-scoring streak end earlier on in the set here at Blazers. Let's get back and find his scoring patch once again. Look for him to be a guy that could have a night here offensively for the Wranglers. But it all remains to be seen as we look at some scores from around the South Division. Not a whole lot of games going on tonight. In fact, I think this might be the only game going on in the South Division. As we will pull that up, but I believe there's only 3 games going on today, and I am correct. So Maine defeats Philadelphia 5-3. Over second period action in Anchorage, Wisconsin has a 2-1 lead over the Wolverines. And then last game on the docket is our game. So looks like it's a primetime game for the Wranglers tonight, as all eyes will be on Amarillo. The only other game going on right now is between Wisconsin and Anchorage over in Alaska. So the primetime matchup for the Wranglers and the Warriors. We'll call it a Sunday night showdown, as these two rivals do battle. I mean, obviously, when you think about the Wranglers and the Warriors, you instantly think back to the playoff series that was played last spring, which saw the Warriors winning 3-0. Wranglers had the lead late in Game 3, but the Warriors were able to come back and win the series, and ultimately go on to win the Robertson Cup, their first championship. So Wranglers have their eyes set on taking it to the defending champs this year. They've done a really good job. Of course, Amarillo 3-1 against the Warriors this season. Done a good job of taking care of business against the defending champions. I can tell you what, those first 3 wins against Oklahoma really boosted the confidence for the Wranglers in their locker room. Of course, this was a team that they lost to in the playoffs last year, and it does have a considerable amount of returners on their roster. So for the Wranglers, it gave them a bit of confidence being able to take care of business 3 games in a row against the defending champions, their rivals, the Oklahoma Warriors. So they come in, take care of business, fall last night, but again, talk around the locker room, talk around the team was, hey, we played a lot better than the score indicated, and we have a pretty good chance of winning again. Let's go out and prove that it was just a fluke. And for the Wranglers, we'll see if they're able to prove that here tonight. And again, looks like another one of those games where the Wranglers played pretty solid in the first period, just couldn't find a way to get a goal going their way. We'll look and see if the second period fares any better for the Wranglers. And second period certainly was a good period for the Wranglers last night, not in terms of really the overall goal scoring that was occurred in the second period, but in terms of the energy that was generated, the offense that was generated by Amarillo. I would say that Amarillo dominated the first 10 minutes of that second period. I mean, they were just throwing pucks on goal. I mean, really just throwing the house, and that is when the Jack McDonald power play goal was scored. So for the Wranglers, if they're able to come out and bring the heat tonight to start the second period like they did last night, I have no doubt in my mind that they will get 1 or 2 goals on the board. But for the Wranglers, really for the game of hockey, sometimes it's just a game of momentum. Whoever is able to score when they have it usually comes away with the win. And so for the Wranglers, it's about generating momentum in a hostile environment on the road. I'll tell you what, this is a pretty small building. I mean, you can probably tell from the YouTube feed. I'm sitting up right next to this pipe. It's a building that's got a pretty low ceiling. It captures a lot of sound really well. It's got a lot of reverb, and so when it gets loud in here, it gets loud. And so for the Wranglers, they can find a way to silence this crowd with a quick goal to start the second period, and really turn the tides and get momentum in their favor. As the Warriors have come back out to start the second period, they will skate from left to right. The Wranglers will skate from right to left, as you see it on NATV. Warriors wearing their home gray jerseys. Wranglers just now retaking the ice, and they're wearing their road blue jerseys. Pretty sharp look for the Wranglers. Blue jersey with white numbers, white lettering, white shoulder yoke, some red and white stripes mixed in. Very solid look for the Wranglers. It's Connor McDonough stopped 10 of 11 in the first period. A solid bounce back first period after allowing 4 goals last night. His backup is Luka Gons. They'll give a little fist bump as they are ready for second period action. Ryan Anderson over at the bench giving instructions. Boys are all huddled up. So look to see what the Wranglers are able to do here in the second. Again, we've seen tempers flare throughout the course of this game. And usually when you get to the tail end of a set against a particular team, especially when they're rivals, and you know that the series has been hostile all throughout, and you know you're not going to see them for a while, Wranglers and Warriors won't meet again until February. Usually you may see a fight or two. Guys leave it all out on the line because Better say it now, or it's going to be a long time until they're able to do so. So to start the second period, Wranglers will send out the same guys that started the game as will the Warriors. Ben Ivy will take the draw against, I feel like Juice Sutton's going to take the draw for Oklahoma. He's committed to Union College. And off that draw, work its way to the near side wall. Williams will slap it down in for McDonald. Jack McDonald evades the pressure, centers it, goes through everybody, bounces off a skate. Gone and can't hold it in at the line. Jack Ivy swings it left side. Williams gains center red, and once again he will launch it down into the Warriors zone. Johnson out to play it. McDonald on the forecheck. Gets his man tied up, but can't steal the puck away. Coming away with it is Sutton, who's at left side for Bruick. Bruick moving into the offensive zone, sends it towards the slot, sticked away by McDonough. Wrecks it to the near wall. Williams spins away from pressure. Warriors pick up the bouncing puck. So they try and shoot it on goal. Pops up into the air, goes below the goal line. Sutton will retrieve it for Oklahoma. Sutton exchanges with Howard. Defending him is Jack Ivy. Wranglers peel the puck away. Gagnon finds Williams, and Amarillo will look to break out here at the top of the second period. Ben Ivy finds McDonald in Oklahoma territory. They try and go across looking for Gagnon at the far point, but it's picked off by Carter Sproul. Left side, Carlisle shoots, goes through the crease. Rebound's picked up by Nelson. He'll whack at it and try and get it towards the goal, but it comes off a few bodies and goes up into the netting. So we get our first stoppage of period 2. Just a minute 16 seconds in. It's been an exciting evening here from Oklahoma City. So if you haven't already, pull up a chair, relax, get a snack and beverage of your choice. Enjoy the rest of this one here on NATV or YouTube. As off the draw, DeMarco finds Doherty, rims it back along to the left side wall, finds Pukanen in the neutral zone. He'll gain center red, bounce it in off the inboards, rolls around slowly to the far corner. Zapp will try and work back up to the point, but the point didn't have enough mustard on it, and Nelson will go the other way. Nelson drop pass. Elliott one-timer, pats it, McDonough. Rebound save. Puck is loose, and they score. Looks like the goal is going to go to Fleming, as he was the second man in after the first 2 stops were made by McDonough. And that just comes a minute 40 into the second period. So Wranglers now facing a 2-0 deficit. They will look to quickly regroup and get the next goal. Looks like the McNaughton, Morris, and Gerhard line will be out there with Jeffers and McRoberts to take the ensuing draw. The goal does belong to Landon Fleming, assisting him Caden Nelson and Carter Sproul. It was Nelson and Sproul who took the initial 2 shots that were stopped by McDonough, but that third rebound, McDonough just could not get back up to make that save after laying it all out on the line. And that's when Fleming cashed it home for his second goal of the season. Here they come again, and a shot goes off the side of the net after the initial save by McDonough. Sproul towards the middle, bounces off of Gerhard. He will cautiously move it towards the near corner of his own zone. Find McNaughton up ahead. Wranglers looking to get that goal back. McNaughton finds McRoberts. Pressuring him is Nelson. Find Morris in the neutral zone. Up ahead looking for Gerhard. Climbs back on side. McNaughton works it down low, looking for Gerhard again. McNaughton checks over his shoulder on his forehand. Will swing it to Gagnon at the far point. Cross. Williams shoots. Goes off the end wall. Picked up by Dronin. He's all alone in open space. Gets converged on by a few Wranglers. They steal it away. McNaughton to the circle, takes a shot, and a save made by Johnson. Wranglers quickly trying to get that next goal, stop the bleeding here. Out there now for Amarillo, McGuire, Phillips, and Gagne with Williams and Chunchikov. Max Dronin will take the draw for Oklahoma. Warriors captain will go against Phillips. Phillips wins the draw cleanly, and a little too cleanly as it splits the D. Gagne will chase after it. Bollinger on the forecheck. Wranglers tap it into the offensive zone. McGuire hustling after it, gets it to Phillips. Phillips' backhand shot is blocked by Chalmers. Loose puck is picked up by Chunchikov in the near corner of the Warriors zone. Loose puck comes to Grostidier after players converged at the wall. Bollinger up ahead, loses the puck to Gagne, and he'll quickly flip the script and find Williams on the drop pass. Left side, Chunchikov looks over his shoulder, looks to find Phillips. Puck was past him. Couldn't corral the pass. Oklahoma going the other way. And for Dronin in the neutral zone, he couldn't take the pass. A little too hot for him to handle, and so Amarillo will get another chance here on offense. 16:20 to go in the second. There's McDonald working it down low. McDonald after it, battling with Chesler. Tries to chop it up ahead for Ivy, and he does. Ben Ivy on his forehand. Gets it to Doherty. Far point, back to Ivy. Drifts towards the circle. He will move in. Can't get a shot away. Puck is loose. Wranglers try and sweep at it. And they'll keep it in at the near point. Trey Williams shoots. Blocked. Comes to Doherty. Far wall. Back to Williams at the line. Williams slides it to Doherty. Will backhand it down below the goal line. Chesler slows it down. Stolen away by McDonald. Jack McDonald. DeMarco calling for it. McDonald to the slot. Shoots! Save made. Rebound, and the Wranglers just can't jam it home. Doherty keeps the puck alive for Amarillo. Jack Ivy swings it below the goal line for Ben Ivy. Ben. Along the near side wall, drifts to the line. Goes across for DeMarco. He'll tap it down low for Jack Ivy. Muscles away the defender from the puck. Jack Ivy to the line. DeMarco. Back to Ivy. Shoots off the skate of Sutton. Ivy tries to get it back. Good zone time here for the Wranglers. Jack Ivy comes away with the puck again. Ivy down in, and they shoot, but the play is blown dead as it looks like Chesler is down. Arm is raised. And they point at Jack McDonald and say, come on, buddy, let's go to the penalty box. And the Wranglers will head to the penalty kill for the third time this evening. Chesler's back up. Looks like he's going to be okay, but for the Wranglers, critical moment here in the game. Back on the penalty kill. PK unit has been solid so far, but he better knock on wood because critical moment here in this game as Wranglers look to avoid staring down the barrel of a 3-0 deficit. Out there to start the penalty kill unit, Zapp and McNaughton, Jeffers, and McRoberts. Warriors win the draw. Ricky at the line, shoots towards the goal, looking for a deflection out in front, but McDonough is able to take it cleanly and hold. 15:10 to go in the second. Just 4 seconds gone off the penalty to Jack McDonald. Oklahoma wins the draw again, but hops over the stick of Ricky. Wranglers catch a break as Tryon will drip off the clock on the penalty to McDonald. Right side, Nelson stumbles in the neutral zone. Puck bouncing around, and Wranglers take a few sweeps at it. Puck rolls down to McDonough, slows it down, and the Wranglers will send it back down. They get the clear, and have already shaved off 30 seconds of power play time for Oklahoma. Wranglers able to get a partial change here on the penalty kill. Short-handed, Ben Ivy finds Jack Ivy. Will move towards the goal. Puck will roll in on Johnson, and he will cover. Oh boy, those Ivy brothers are so dangerous short-handed. Ben already has 2 short-handed goals on the year. The second shorthanded goal coming in that second game against Oklahoma at the Budweiser bullpen. Jack Ivey out there on the penalty kill as well. Had a chance to ask Ben about it this week. Just how did that happen? How did you guys end up killing penalties? Two prolific scorers end up on the penalty kill. And he said, well, it's just kind of something that happened. Harry Mahood threw us out there on the penalty kill. Thought we did a pretty good job, and we've been there ever since. Williams off the draw takes a shot, and it's snared out of the air by Johnson. So there will be a minute 10 remaining on the penalty. 14:24 to go in the second. Of course, the Ivy brothers have both committed to go play at Army next season. McDonough will take this next draw for Amarillo, near circle of the Warriors zone. Zapp tries to go with a one-timer after the draw was won. Fans on it. Oklahoma will take it the other way. They'll wrap it around to the far corner. Players will converge on the puck. Everybody trying to take a jab at it. Players spearing their sticks in there, trying to jar it loose, and not only it does, comes into the slot, and McNaughton, good stick there to tap it away for a dangerous chance. Oklahoma's way. Chesler, left side. Down low, goes around the net. Chesler, now near side across. Elliott to the slot, and the Wranglers pick it off. Good work there by the Wranglers to read that play all the way through and eliminate a high scoring chance for the Warriors. Left side, Chesler in. Looking to go towards the middle again. Bounce off the skate of Ben Ivey, goes to the far corner. Get up to the point for Sutton. Now back below the goal line, behind the net. Twisting his drone in, tries to work it back towards the slot. Carlisle will just hack at it and get it back below the goal line. Wranglers applying pressure here. 3 seconds to go on the penalty, below the net. Drone in, shimmies away. Drone in, back to 5-on-5. Drone into the circle, shoots. Save made by McDonough. Puck is loose, kept alive by Drone in. Up to the line, Chesler shoots down low. Carlisle looking for a deflection. He got it, but doesn't go towards the right netting as it goes into the protective netting for a stoppage. 12:59 to go in period 2. Warriors with a 2-0 lead off of goals from Howard and Fleming. Howard goal coming in the first period, and the Fleming goal coming minute 40 into the second. Wranglers penalty kill unit, it's perfect 3 for 3 on the evening. Phillips out there with Apollon and Shunchikov, one of the Wranglers' best forechecking lines. As Oklahoma wins the neutral zone draw. Chesler gains center red and will fire it in. Marco meets the puck along the wall. Contesting it is Bollinger. He comes away with it. Finds Thiesing. Soccers it towards himself, but it's stolen away by Divine Apollon. Apollon tries to kick it up ahead, but it's stolen away by Oklahoma. They will just exchange possession here. Left side, Phillips finds Apollon rumbling in. Divine Apollon towards the far corner. Thiesing down. Play still rolls on. Play in the near corner of the Warrior zone, and now they blow it dead as Thiesing rises towards his feet. He'll go to the bench. Get that stoppage with 12:24 to go in the second. Warriors seem to think that it's high sticking on Apollon. We'll see 5-on-5 action continue here. It'll be an offensive zone draw for the Wranglers. Puka and Zapp, Papaspropoulos out there offensively for the Wranglers. On defense, you've got McRoberts and Jeffers. It's off the draw. Oklahoma is able to take the puck away. Right side, Brenner launches it towards the neutral zone. Oklahoma is able to work it down no further. McDonough backhands it towards the far wall. Jeffers comes away with the puck. Left side, Papaspropoulos, 1-2 pass with Zapp. Zapp towards the slot. Tries to get it back to Papaspropoulos, and he does. Reaching out for it. Alex is able to move it towards the near side wall. Zapp in there to help out. Just to backhand it toward the slot. Pops up in the air, glove down by Jeffers. Jeffers finds Zapp below the goal line, and now we get a penalty. stoppage here. And 11:49 to go in the second. And afterwards, get some pushing, shoving, everything of that nature. As Roman Zapp was in the fray, he was battling with Vig. Pukinen was wrapped up with what looks like Sproul. And it's pretty cold in this building, but action heating up here in the second. Let's see. Penalty is going to be on Alex Papaspropoulos, so more bad news for the Wranglers. Looks like they're going to have to head back to the penalty kill for the 4th time this game. Wranglers penalty kill unit has been solid so far tonight. Perfect 3 for 3, but you never want to keep feeding the beast. As the Warriors give them enough chances, they're certainly probably going to find a way to break through. But it's all in hindsight now, as the Wranglers will try and get the job done on the penalty kill once again. Ivy twins out there with Doherty and DeMarco to start the PK. Again, another critical moment in the game where Wranglers don't want to go down 3-0, so look to get the kill off the draw. Ricky at the line. Left side, Nelson tries to go back to Ricky. Disrupting that pass is Jack Ivy. He'll move up ahead. Short-handed. Ivy to the goal. Save made by Johnson. Good look there, short-handed for Jack Ivy. But Dylan Johnson was able to make the save with his right shoulder. Game still 2-0 for the Warriors. Right side, Nelson. Over center red, now Wranglers blue. Warriors will jam it down low. DeMarco, first man on the puck. Bodies converge. Ivy's able to steal the puck away. They'll come together again in the far corner of the Wranglers zone. Puck up for grabs. Time drips off the clock. Ben Ivy comes away with it, and he will just fire it back down towards Johnson. 11 minutes to go in the second. 1:11 to go on the power play for Oklahoma. In the neutral zone, Carlisle kicks it to himself. Tries to go across. Finds Bruick. Now back across near side for Elliott. He'll shoot. Save made by McDonough, and he gets run into by a Warrior. McDonough's down. Wants a call. Elliott all alone calling for the puck. Can't hold it into the Wranglers zone. McDonough's without his stick. Zapp picks it up. He's all alone in his own zone, and he will find McNaughton at center red. He will dump it in. McDonough's now retrieved his stick. Looks like he's going to be okay. Wranglers wanted a penalty on that last sequence, and they're not going to get it. Offside, Chesler throws it towards the middle, glances off a skate. Warriors having trouble possessing the puck here. Now Chesler at the line. Left side, Bruick drifts down low, finds Chesler back up top. Go right side for Elliott. Down low, Howard. Chesler at the line. Chesler shoots up high, goes over the net. They'll backhand it down low. Howard to Carlisle. They'll shoot towards the net, blocked by the Wranglers. Chesler across. Elliott towards the goal, and sprawling to make the save is McDonough. Back to 5-on-5. Wranglers get another penalty kill. 4 for 4 on the evening. Warriors come away with the puck in the neutral zone. Send it left side. Bruick off the wall, looking to go to himself. Getting in the way of that is Drew Jeffers, who had a goal in last night's game. His first as an Amarillo Wrangler and his third of the season. He's formerly a member of the Colorado Grit. McDonough from behind his own net, loses the puck trying to play it. He tries to pounce on it and instead directs it to the wall. Shot there is blocked, goes below the goal line. Another try for Oklahoma. Bollinger out in front, and McDonough is somehow able to scramble back and make the save. 9:10 to go in the second. Oh boy, Connor McDonough is having himself a game here. Making some key saves in the second period for the Wranglers. Phillips will take the draw. Defensive zone draw for the Wranglers. Sutton representative for Oklahoma. Off the draw, Wranglers slam it towards the wall, get it to McRoberts. Lift it out to the neutral zone. To play it there is Chalmers. He finds Thiesing. Chasing after him is Tommy Chunchakov. Thiesing will just bank it off the wall. Out to play is McDonough once more. There's a funny hop off the stanchion. Comes to the Warriors. Shot there. Saved by McDonough. Puck is loose out in front, and it gets tangled up in his feet. Didn't know where it was for a second, and he just puts his feet down and covers with 8:46 to go in the second. Warriors with a 2-0 lead here. 8:46 to go in the second period. Wranglers trying to knock on the door and get the next goal in the game. This is the Wranglers Hockey Network on NATV and YouTube.
This is Trace Day, and you're listening to Wranglers Hockey on YouTube.
Dude, perfect. Welcome back to the Wranglers Hockey Network on NATV and YouTube, where the Oklahoma Warriors have a 2-0 lead. Just a little over the midway point of this game. 8:46 to go in the second period. The defensive zone draw for the Wranglers to the left of McDonough. In to take it for Amarillo is Roman Zapp. He's been so good in the faceoff circle to start this season, and he wins another one. Puck comes to Trey Williams, moved to the right side. Pukin in the neutral zone. Bounces off his stick. He'll chase after it. Zapp tries to muscle the puck away. Oklahoma racing after it in the neutral zone. Howard into the offensive zone. He'll stop, find Nelson in the slot. Backhands it further towards Speck, but the Wranglers are able to get in the way of that attempt. Thiesing will go D to D, find Vig. Right side, up ahead, looking for Nelson. He's got him. Nelson towards the goal. McDonough makes the save, and Nelson goes crashing into McDonough, who's down on his backside. McDonough flips back up. Arm is raised. Another penalty on the Wranglers. And Amarillo will touch up. McDonough's down after sprawling out. And 8:03 to go in the second period. Trey Williams is going to head to the penalty box. It's the fifth penalty on the Wranglers in tonight's game. Warriors have only been penalized once. So, again, Wranglers back on the penalty kill, and, you know, I'm going to say it, they're 4 for 4, done an excellent job, and if you believe in the announcer's jinx, I'm sorry, I will knock on wood. There is some wood in front of me. Wranglers back on the PK, 84.8% coming into tonight's game, although after what they've done so far tonight, that number is certainly going to go up as they look to make it 5 for 5 on the evening. Trey Williams in the box, 2 minutes. Another critical moment here in this game where the Wranglers look to avoid going down 3-0. Wranglers were able to generate a good shorthanded chance for Jack Ivey on the last Warrior power play. Both Ivey brothers out there now to start the penalty kill here. Doherty and DeMarco out there for the Wranglers as well. Sutton sends it down low. Wranglers possess the puck, try and get it out, and unable to do it. Nelson in the slot. Now Amarillo is able to chop it back out towards the Oklahoma zone. So Warriors look to reset here. 30 seconds already drained off the power play for Oklahoma. Left side, Sproul slides around to Marco. Sproul towards the slot for a shot by Drone, and save made by McDonough. Puck is loose below the goal line. Wranglers come away with it. Doherty pins it up against the end wall. Bodies come together now. Everybody trying to get a piece of that puck. Slice at it, try and jar it free. Comes to Sutton all alone on the far wall. Up top, Ricky shoots, pad save, McDonough. Rebound to Sutton, towards the slot again. McDonough's down. Doesn't matter, Wranglers get it to the line, but not out. Sutton, left side, towards a cross, and bounces off the stick of Dronin. Jack Ivey steals it away, and he will just float it back down to the Warriors zone. Wranglers get a change here, short-handed. 43 seconds to go on the penalty to Williams. Zapp steals it away in the neutral zone. Left side, Roman Zapp will curl. Gets met by a few Warriors. Zapp will send it down low, kill some more time off this power play. 29 seconds to go on the penalty to Williams. Stretch pass up ahead, all alone is Carlisle. He'll shoot. Save made by McDonough. New Jersey native is able to snare it out of the air with his glove. Keep it a 2-0 game. .22 seconds remain on the Oklahoma power play. McNaughton, McRoberts, Phillips, and Gagnon out there for the Wranglers, who are still short-handed. Oklahoma wins it. Howard will go across to the near point for Bruick at the line. Chesler, left side, Elliott. Wait a minute. Send it up to the line for Chesler. Right side, Bruick. Down low, Howard across looking for Elliott. Pass just missed him. Back to 5-on-5 below the goal line. Carlisle to Chesler. He'll shoot. Goes wide of the goal. Picked up by McNaughton. Wranglers quickly moving the other way. Connor McNaughton, left side of Paulin. Shoots, and a save made by Johnson. Afterwards, got a bit of few tussles out there. Phillips and Chesler will joust. Got a few words for each other. But once again, the Wranglers penalty kill unit stood tall. They're now 5 for 5 on the night. Penalty kill has been fantastic for Ryan Anderson and company. Morley Phillips will take the offensive zone draw for the Wranglers. Former Maryland Black Bear will send it off the end wall. Will crunch Chalmers while he's at it. Warriors work it back out to the neutral zone. Daniel will find Phillips in the neutral zone. Bounces off his skate, backhands it to Chunchikov. Tommy will throw it off the boards to himself. Looks it down low towards the goal. Gets a shot off. Save made by Johnson. Phillips backhands through the middle, and Chunchikov just can't jam it home. Williams holds it in. Left point. Now right point for Gagnon. He'll keep drifting towards his right. Slide it along the far side boards to Phillips down low. Morley Phillips backhands it for Tommy Chunchikov. Apollon out in front, can't rip the shot away. Comes to Gagnon, moving left side. For Williams, a one-timer. It's blocked by Bollinger. Oklahoma escapes their own zone. Bollinger gains the Wrangler line. Left side. Rolls it around and out with 4:52 to go in period 2. Warriors still have a 2-0 lead. Wranglers still searching for their first goal of the game. Shot count is 12-4 in favor of Oklahoma here in the second period. So again, Oklahoma has had 3 chances on the power play so far in period 2. Howard off the draw. Will bank it off the far boards. Comes to Sutton down low. Works it up high to Brenner. Back below the goal line. Ruick can't move it any further. DeMarco gets in the way. Big tries to hold it in at the point. Wranglers making it difficult on him, and they will come away with the puck. Van Ivy in the neutral zone. Comes to McDonald after hitting a skate. He'll launch it around the boards to the far side wall. Wranglers chasing after the puck. Goes off the linesman. Comes to Jack Ivy all alone in the slot. Will twist, try and find Ben Ivy, and he's got him. Ivy exchanges with McDonald. Jack takes a shot. It's blocked. Warriors come away with it. Right side, Howard over the red line. Now Wranglers blue. Tries to move it towards Sutton's way, but getting in the way of it is McDonald. McDonald takes a shot after the play. Arm is raised. And looks like the Wranglers are going to get their second power play chance. McDonald's off for the extra man. McDonald just now getting to his feet. Looks like he's going to shake it off his right side. Papaspropoulos below the goal line. Towards the middle, and Oklahoma touches up as Nelson got a stick on it. 3:34 to go in period 2. The Wranglers will finally get another crack at it on the power play. Max Vig goes to the box. Wranglers power play unit goes to work. They'll send out McNaughton, Papaspropoulos, Zapp, Williams, and DeMarco start this power play. Kyle DeMarco sporting that face shield after he took, I think it was a stick up high in yesterday's game. He's off that draw. McNaughton finds DeMarco, left point, down low, Zapp, goes the cross, Papaspropoulos in towards middle, DeMarco, one-timer, save made by Johnson. They wrap it around. Papaspropoulos, far side, spins away from the pressure. Papaspropoulos, with the puck still on his stick, moves towards the circle, towards the middle. McNaughton backhander, they score! Roman Zapp puts in the loose change, and the Wranglers cut the lead in half. Seven straight games with a power play goal for Amarillo. And just like that, the Wranglers are back in the game. And this play doesn't happen without the vision of Alex Papaspropoulos, as he was able to keep his head up after sliding away from the defense on the far wall. Elected to take a shot. Pat say was made, but as I said before, you never know what's going to happen when you take a shot. Johnson, yes, made the initial save, but Zapp was there. I believe McNaughton was also in the area, as McNaughton and McDonald will get assists on the goal. The Wranglers looking to go right back to work. McNaughton below the goal line. Finds Pukinen on his backhand. Twists towards his forehand. Tries to get it to the slot. Finds Zapp. Far point, Gagnon moves towards his left. Zapp couldn't handle the pass, and Oklahoma will take it in the neutral zone. Left side, Chesler. Hit along the boards, keeps possession, finds Bruick. High slot, Howard racing after the puck. Chop at it, and then it'll go over the glass in the Wrangler zone. To the goal officially is Roman Zapp's 5th goal of the year. Power play goal, assisting him Connor McNaughton and Jack McDonald. From 16:47 into the second period. That goal makes it a 2-1 game. It's off the defensive zone draw. Wranglers work it right side. Morris gets crunched along the wall. Picked up by McRoberts. Finds Morris up ahead. Puck bounces up. It's nobody's able to corral for the moment. Now it comes to Carlisle. Players come together. Puck is kicked free. Turnover out in front. Morris to Jeffers. Takes a shot, goes wide of the goal. Gerhardt picks up the rebound. Tries to find Jeffers again, but took a weird hop off a stanchion. And Oklahoma will take it back in the neutral zone. Wranglers swarm the puck. Gerhardt will move it up ahead. Vig. Upward pass goes by Jeffers. McDonough out to play it. Oklahoma gets a change here. Wranglers trying to catch him napping. McGuire into the offensive zone. Shoots. Goes off a stick and out of play with 1:29 to go. Period 2. Morley Phillips will take the offensive zone draw for the Wranglers. And he wins it, gets it to the line. Doherty shoots. Save made by Johnson. Puck directed to the near side wall. Wranglers swarming it. Comes to McGuire, the old 3-9er. On his backhand, pitches it up ahead. Goes into the body of Dronin, and he will quickly move into the Wranglers zone. Right side. Towards the middle, they go back for Dronin. Puck went past him. Amarillo trying to come away with the puck once more, and they do. They'll send it around to the near side wall. Only man there is Fleming. Shot there from the line goes wide of the net. Boolinger picks up the loose change. Send it down low to the far corner. Phillips comes away with it. McGuire off the glass, looking for a stretch pass for Chunchikov. Love down by Fleming. 40 seconds to go in period 2. Doherty fires it to the neutral zone. Comes to the stick of Phillips. Tries to exchange it with Chunchikov, but Warriors get in the way of that play. Howard moves it right side, looking for Sutton. Picked off by McGuire. The line. Ricky drifting towards his left. Shoots, pad save, rebound, and they somehow get robbed by McDonough. Unreal. How in the world did Connor McDonough make that save? Wow. So McDonough makes the initial pad save, and on the rebound is somehow able to stretch his glove out and make the save. Oh my goodness. Oklahoma might want to report a robbery as Connor McDonough just stole a save. As Chesler, left side, shoots, blocked by Jack Ivey. Goes below the goal line. Left side, Gagnon will lift it towards the neutral zone. Tries to find Jack Ivey streaking in. He's got him. Jack swings it around, but time will expire on the second period. Well, you look at that big McDonough save. Oklahoma scored. It's a 3-1 game heading into the second intermission. Instead, score is 2-1 Warriors after 40 minutes of play. Connor McDonough receiving a lot of fist bumps, a lot of taps. Wranglers understanding that that was a big play in the late stages of the second period. The Wranglers were finally able to get on the board with a power play goal from Roman Zapp. We'll talk all about it, talk about recap of the first 2 periods, look ahead towards the third. As we head towards our second intermission report, we'll be back in just a few minutes on the Wranglers Hockey Network on NATV and YouTube.
This is Trace Day, and you're listening to Wranglers Hockey on YouTube.
Dude, perfect. After 40 minutes of play, it's the Warriors 2 and the Wranglers 1. Welcome into the second intermission report. I'm Chiarenza, bringing you all the action here from Blazers Ice Center. Fifth and final meeting of the set, as there was 2 games at the Budweiser bullpen. Wranglers came home with a win on both occasions, and then 3 games here at Blazers. Wranglers won on the first night in overtime, 3-2. Topi Pukkanen had the overtime winner. Warriors won last night, 5-2 victory that saw Drew Sutton score 2 goals and 1 assist. He's currently on a 5-game point streak and extended his point streak to 6 as he assisted on the Bryce Howard goal. 7:26 into the first period. It was 1-0 after 20 minutes of play. Shots were 11-4 in favor of Oklahoma. As we move towards the second period, Oklahoma was able to get another goal from Landon Fleming from Nelson and Sproul. Just a minute 40 into the second period to make it a 2-0 game. So Wranglers needed to get something going, and looked like things weren't going their way because it seemed like time after time Oklahoma just kept getting chances on the power play. But happy to report, Wranglers' penalty kill is 5 for 5 on the night. The Wranglers would then get a chance on the power play, only their second of the game. And the Wranglers, just like they have done time and time again, were able to score on the power play. Now 7 straight games with the power play goal are the Wranglers. Roman Zapp getting it this time from McNaughton and McDonald. One of those wacky plays where Alex Papadopoulos had the puck on the far wall, kind of just lost a shot towards the goal. McNaughton was in the area. I believe McDonald might have been there as well. He also picked up the assist. Somehow the puck came floundering around to Roman Zapp, who was able to take the shot and score in the midst of all the commotion. So he cut the Warrior lead in half to make it 2-1 with 3:13 to go in the second. And that's where we stand after 40 minutes of play. But I mean, you want to talk about big time saves. Connor McDonough makes some big time saves in the second period, the most notable of which was in the waning moments of the final minute of the period. Really just robbed the Warriors stone cold, made the initial pad save, and then on the rebound had to really extend his arm out and stretch across to make the next save. I mean, it had me fooled. I thought that the puck went out of play, but then I saw McDonough flip the puck out of his glove to the official, and I couldn't believe my eyes, and I'm sure the Warriors couldn't either, as McDonough somehow made that save to keep it a 2-1 game. Otherwise, we're in a 2-goal deficit once again for the Wranglers. So a big save by McDonough there, as the shot count is 24-10 in favor of the Warriors. After 40 minutes of play, Wranglers took 6 shots. My goodness, tongue twister again. 6 shots to the Warriors' 13 in the second period. Amarillo only took 4 shots on goal to the Warriors' 11 in the first. So Wranglers not getting too many shots on goal, although it's not for lack of trying, as again they've been throwing shots towards the goal, but a lot of them have been blocked or deflected away by the Warriors defense. Got to tip my cap to Oklahoma and really acknowledge that they've done a good job of blocking shots in this game. They did a good job of doing that yesterday when Oklahoma came away with a 5-2 victory. So again, for the Wranglers, it's good that they were able to score on the power play. Special teams certainly being won by Amarillo tonight, as they're 1 for 2 on the power play, 5 for 5 on the penalty kill. But Wranglers are going to have to find a way to score 5 on 5, it seems, in tonight's game, as Wranglers aren't going to get too many chances on the power play, it looks like, as they've only got 2 so far. So Amarillo is going to have to find a way to generate something 5 on 5. And again, like I said, it's not for lack of trying. Wranglers have done a good job of really generating offensive chances, but in terms of getting shots on goal, you have to do a little bit of a better job at that, as Oklahoma's done a pretty good job at blocking shots. Only 3 games in action tonight. Maine defeats Philadelphia 5-3. Top of the third period in Anchorage, Alaska. Wisconsin and Anchorage are tied at 2. And then that brings us to our game, which is currently in the second intermission. So Wranglers and Warriors in a bit of a Sunday showdown prime time, as spotlight is on these two teams, as there's only one other game in progress. Wranglers' final game of the road trip. They'll head home after this game, and they will meet the Shreveport Mudbugs for a morning game on Thursday. 11 a.m. start times, the kids' day game. As Amarillo and Shreveport will meet for the first time this season. 2-game set. First game, 11 a.m. on Thursday, and then on Friday, normal start time, 7:15 at the Budweiser Bullpen. 7:05 pregame show. And Wranglers and the Mudbugs will only meet 4 times this season, stark in contrast to the 8 that they'll see Oklahoma and the 12 that they'll see the Colorado Grit. Wranglers yet to see the Grit this season, but they won't see them until the turn of the new year. Afterwards, they'll play 12 games against Colorado. I believe all of them are 3-game sets. I think on both occasions they might be home and homes. So the Wranglers will see a lot of the Colorado Grit, but right now they got the Oklahoma Warriors, defending champions, and you really got to look at this game for the Wranglers, really the whole 5-game set as a whole. Wranglers have come away with 3 victories in the set. If it was a playoff series, they'd already come away with a victory. Of course, rosters are set to change throughout the course of the season, and teams will look drastically different from now than they do at the end of the season, but you play that what-if game, the Wranglers coming in against the defending champs. They've stood their own against the Warriors and really just held their ground against the defending champs in this 5-game set. So for Ryan Anderson and company, you got to feel pretty pleased about what you've done so far, as the Wranglers look to come away with another victory against the Oklahoma Warriors, their rivals in the South Division, here tonight. As, again, Shreveport Mudbugs, Thursday, Friday. I mean, look at that turnaround. Play 3 games in 3 days this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. This is the first game that the Wranglers have played on a Sunday all season long. So interesting scenario for the Wranglers, uncharted territory here. This is it's only the second time all season that the Wranglers have played 3 games in 3 days, and the first was at the Showcase in Blaines, where they played 4 games in 4 days. The Wranglers went 3-1 over that span. So for the Wranglers, seems to be a little bit of unfamiliar territory, but they're holding their own here in this game against the Warriors. But again, you think about that turnaround time. You look at the game being played on the 27th. So you get 3 games in 3 days, and you've got the game on Thursday and Friday. Think about it, by the conclusion of Friday's game, that's 5 games in just about 8 days. So maybe about a week if you cut off the early time before the game on the 27th. So for the Wranglers, it's a quick turnaround. I mean, you got Monday off, just get Tuesday, Wednesday, and you got the game on Thursday. It's going to be a quick turnaround for the Wranglers. They're going to face a very tough Shreveport Mudbug team that is among one of the leaders in the South Division. As we pull up the standings in the South, as looks like Lone Star, who's played the most games out of anybody, 12-5, 0-1 on the year. They got 25 points. They're in first. El Paso right behind them, 23 in 16 games played. Rhinos are 11-4. Wranglers will see them Thanksgiving weekend. It'll be a Black Friday showdown between the Rhinos and the Wranglers. And then right behind the Rhinos, you got the Mudbugs and Warriors at 21 points each. So for the Wranglers, who sit in 5th with 17 points, 2 points would go a long way for the Wranglers here. Kind of catching up to the division leaders in the South Division, although you can't forget that the Wranglers have played only 14 games, second lowest total in the division. New Mexico Ice Wolves have played 13. Wranglers will see them in 2 weeks over in Albuquerque. But for the Wranglers, only 14 games played. Talk about those games in hand. Yeah, you can look at it as the Wranglers have games in hand, but the Wranglers, it comes down to, can they win those games in hand? As all remains to be seen. At the end of the year, all hockey will be played, and everything will sort itself out. But for the Wranglers, seem to be in pretty good shape to start the season. Solid team here for Ryan Anderson and Connor Yanni. Really bought into the system that Anderson implements. Wranglers doing a good job here of collecting wins throughout the start of the season. Never at any point dipped below 500. As they just continue to roll along as the season runs its course. And as I said before, I mean, really the biggest challenge of the season so far has been these games against the Oklahoma Warriors. I mean, you want to really talk about kind of grading yourself up against a benchmark. There's no better way to do it than against the defending champions, and Wranglers have found a way to steal 3 games against the Warriors. When we come back, we'll preview the third period a little bit more, talk about what the Wranglers need to do to find a way to tie this thing up and then ultimately win it. We will continue the second intermission report here on the Wranglers Hockey Network on NATV and YouTube in just a few minutes, so stick around. We'll be back.
This is Trace Day, and you're listening to Wranglers Hockey on YouTube. Perfect.
Welcome back to the second intermission report. Warriors have a 2-1 lead over the Wranglers as Amarillo looks to try and tie this game up and ultimately come away with a win here in enemy territory. Final game of the road trip. Wranglers want to go home happy, although they've already gotten 3 wins in this series, so no matter what, they've won the 5-game set. As Wranglers season continues to roll on. Be nice to be back at home for the Thursday and Friday games. And hey, for the Wranglers, the silver lining. I mean, quick turnaround, but they still have that weekend off. Saturday and Sunday, no games when there usually would be. And so, we'll see how the Wranglers fare. But here, they got to take care of business at Blazers Ice Center against the Oklahoma Warriors. Well, I mean, we talked about it in the pregame show, and if you're just joining us, I'll go over it again. But the Wranglers done a really good job of winning in close games. The Wranglers in 1-goal games are 5-1-1. Amarillo finds themselves down by just 1 here in the third period. So, talk about close games. This is it. Another close game against the defending champion Oklahoma Warriors. We'll see if the Wranglers are able to once again pull some magic out of their caps and find a way to win a critical game on the road. This is the final game for the Wranglers in the month of October. Wranglers went 4-3-1 so far in the first few games to start the month. Wranglers going 3-0-1 at home, 1-3 on the road. So the month of October has been kind to the Wranglers within the confines of the Amarillo Civic Center, but on the road, not so much. As that one road win was here at Blazers Ice Center. Other two losses on the road came at NYTEX Sports Center. And then the third loss on the road was, of course, last night, as the Warriors have retaken the ice, as have the Wranglers. But that's one of the things about a young team, and especially when you look at junior hockey, is really one of the toughest things to do is to find a way to win on the road. And the Wranglers were able to do it night one. Got to give them a lot of credit. We're able to come off the bus, get the victory against Oklahoma in Oklahoma territory. And for the Wranglers, you just got to keep your head up and take it and move forward. Even though you dropped the game last night, you still got a chance to come away with 2 wins on the road here this evening, if they aren't to pull away with a win here. So, again, it's all a big test for the Wranglers here early on in the season. And I have to say, outside of the loss last night, which, again, the Wranglers did really good things offensively and defensively, and even in the special teams department, outside, even despite that loss, the Wranglers have done a really good job of matching up against a very solid and formidable Oklahoma Warrior team. We're just moments away from third period puck drop. Ryan Anderson got the boys fired up on the bench. Connor McDonough has been fantastic in this game, as he has stopped, looks like 22 of 24 shots in this game. As the Wranglers will send out that top line of the Ivy brothers and McDonald. On defense, you've got Gagnon and Williams. As third period action has begun. Quick off the draw, Williams swinging around to the near side wall of the Warrior zone. Gagnon tries to soccer it up ahead, looking for Jack Ivy. Puck skips into the neutral zone, and we've got a stoppage just 13 seconds into the final frame. Like this is going to be an offensive zone draw for the Wranglers, so Ben Ivy will take it once again. Ben Ivy, another one of those players for the Wranglers who's so solid in the face-off circle. Although the Warriors come away with that one. Puck moves out in front, dangerous chance there. The Wranglers offensively, Warriors are able to evade the danger. Howard into the offensive zone. Williams stepping on his shadow, trying to peel that puck away. Howard muscling him off for the moment. Will backhand it to Sutton. It's crunched by Ben Ivy. Bruick with the puck. To the far point, Ricky drifting towards his left. Takes a shot off the end wall. Bounces towards McDonough. Loose below the goal line. Coming away with it is Ben Ivy. Will try and stash it up ahead. Wranglers try and get it out. Held in by Bruick across. Sutton alone. Shoots off the iron. Ricky down low looking for Howard, sees the puck roll past him, comes to Bruick. Along the near side wall, defending him is Gagnon. Bruick will twist it around to the far side wall. Thiesing. Work it around. Wranglers back out to the neutral zone. McDonald, left side. Jack Ivy over the line, shoots. Stick saved by Johnson. As after the play, Brenner went tumbling to the ice. Just a minute and 18 seconds into the third. Wranglers get a change. On come the second line of Zap, Papaspropoulos, and Pukinen. On the blue line, you've got Doherty and DeMarco. Steady veterans on the blue line for the Wranglers. Zap will take the draw against Carlisle. Wins it. Papaspropoulos towards the net. Save made by Johnson. Carlisle will spring it along to the near side boards. Spool will retreat deep into his own zone. Nelson, stretch pass up ahead, is picked off by DeMarco. Kyle DeMarco tries to work it up further, but it glanced off his skate, so he'll have to go back to the comforts of his own zone. Upward pass. Oklahoma sees it in the neutral zone. Lift it towards the end wall of the Wranglers zone. DeMarco after it once again. Moving towards his right for Pukinen. Buchanan collides with a few Warriors. Zap surveys the scene, finds Doherty. Trespass up ahead, glances off the stick of Buchanan, goes high in the air, is caught by Johnson, and he will keep the play moving. Left wing pass from Vig, goes over the Wrangler line, met by Luke Morris. He will quickly move the other way. Muscle away from Droning, get it left side. Glances off the stick of McNaughton, comes back to Morris, who will flip the script and move it right side for Jeffers. He gains center red, throws it on goal. Johnson will cover. Just around 2.5 minutes into the third. The Wranglers have done a good job of getting pucks on goal here so far to start the third period, and that's something that they needed to do. They want to come away with the win. Wranglers already have 3 shots on goal to the Warriors 1 in the third period. Off the draw. Warriors come away with the puck. They'll stash it down low into the Wranglers zone. They'll race after it. Looks like they did not gain the red line, so it'll be an icing on Oklahoma. Offensive zone draw for the Wranglers. Phillips, McGuire, and Chunchikov out there with Gagnon and Williams. And it looks like that draw will be in the near circle of the Warriors zone. Morley Phillips, former Black Bear, leans in to take the draw. Wins it, gets it to the line for Williams, drifts towards his left, bank it off the wall, goes below the goal line. Phillips towards the middle, looking for someone in the slot, bounces around. Wranglers can't get it on goal. Goes to the far corner. Oklahoma trying to exit their own zone. Wranglers making it tough on them. Phillips steals it away, but a no-look pass goes over the blue line, and the Wranglers will have to reset here. Morley Phillips has to rumble back over the Oklahoma line, although get a stoppage of play with 16:53 to go in the third. Looks like that puck went up into the equipment of Morley Phillips, and that's what blew the play dead. Ben Ivy will take the draw against Sutton. Sutton wins it. Chesler. Oklahoma moves up ahead. Bruick into Amarillo ice. Throws it off the wall. Comes along to the far side corner. McDonald comes away with the puck. He'll lift it up high, looking for Jack Ivy moving up ahead, and wasn't able to locate the puck in time. Instead throws a hit as Oklahoma comes away with the puck. Bruick sends it out to center ice. Nobody home for Oklahoma. And the puck will go off a stick and into the Wranglers bench. 16:23 to go in the third. Wranglers only down by 1 here in the third period. Carlisle will lean in to take the draw against Ben Ivy right in front of the Wranglers bench. Boys in blue eagerly look on. Nelson takes a jab at McDonald for the draw. Linesman comes over and says, please, don't do that. He's off the draw. Nelson goes down. Arm is raised. And looks like there's going to be the late penalty on the Wranglers. Johnson goes towards the bench. Carlisle will find Thiesing, and Oklahoma, 6-on-5 situation here until the Wranglers touch up. Carlisle drifts towards the goal. It's taken away by Jeffers. Wranglers touch up. And for the 6th time tonight, Oklahoma will head to the power play. Jack McDonald heads towards the penalty box. Wranglers trying to put in some more good work on the penalty kill. 5 for 5 so far this evening. They'll look to make it 6-6. And Oklahoma will look to reclaim their 2-goal lead. Ivy brothers out there with Doherty and DeMarco. Carlisle to take it for Oklahoma, and he wins it. Chesler, far point, drifts towards his left, finds Bruick, far half wall. Down low, Howard across, looking for Elliott. Save made by McDonough. Puck is loose. Comes to Bruick, fires, and it's blocked by DeMarco. And he's in some pain. Warriors come away with the puck. Bounces towards DeMarco. He's gingerly getting up towards his feet, and the Wranglers get out to the neutral zone as Jack Ivey muscles through defenders to kill some time. Wranglers get some bodies off. Critical block there from Kyle DeMarco. Ruick towards the slot, takes a shot off the end wall. Ruick to Elliott. Moves towards the high slot, takes a shot, save made McDonough. And Doherty lifts the puck out and down to the Warriors zone. Minute 11 to go on the penalty to McDonald. Warriors looking to regroup here, go back on the attack. Under a minute to go on their power play. Taking their time though as Sutton finally breaks it out to Dronin. Right side, Nelson tries to go around Williams. In to help him out is Dronin. Move it left point for Ricky. Nathan Ricky tries to slide it towards his right for Sutton, but the pass goes over the blue line. Warriors have to reset, and they're offside as they were a little too eager to get into the offensive zone. So they'll blow that play dead with 36 seconds to go on the Oklahoma power play. 14:38 to go in the third. Make sure you're following the Wranglers on all our social media channels. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and X, formerly known as Twitter. Oklahoma wins the neutral zone draw. Ricky, dot pass, Sutton. Right side, Bollinger. Will rim it around towards the near corner of the Wranglers zone. Jeffers bats it down. Gets to Tommy Chunchikov, and he will fly into the neutral zone. Tommy Chunchikov throws a fake, bounces off the wall, looking to go back to himself. Instead, gets stood up by the Warriors' Nathan Ricky, and they'll go the other way. Nelson, left side to Bollinger. Has to go back to Nelson. Wranglers intercept that pass, read it like a book, and they'll send it back down to Johnson, and that should do it for the penalty. So Wranglers penalty kill unit now 6 for 6 on the evening. Impressive work there from the Wranglers shorthanded. It's Ben Ivey. Has to go up for Jack Ivey, but pass goes by him. Goes deep into the Warriors zone, and it'll be an icing on Amarillo. With 13:48 remaining in period 3. They will put this draw in the near circle of the Wranglers zone to McDonough's right. Carlisle to take it against Ben Ivey. Off that draw, one timer from Speck, stopped by McDonough. He leaps over to cover that puck. Another brilliant save from Connor McDonough tonight. The Wranglers able to come away with a win. Got to be one of my 3 stars of the game. So Ivey brothers still out there with McDonald, Gagnon, and Williams. Oklahoma fielding Carlisle, Homer, Speck, Thiesing, and Fleming. Get it to Thiesing off the draw. He'll throw it on goal. Blocker saved by McDonough. Goes to the near side wall. Warriors will just twist it down further. It's Carlisle on his backhand. Feels the pressure from Gagnon. Still retains possession. Gets it to Carlisle. Ben Ivey moves it right side. Gagnon over the Warriors' blue line. With a shot on goal. And will be gloved down by Johnson. 13:19 to go in the third, and afterwards, get a bit of a pile up in the near corner of the Warriors zone. Again, we talk about that bad blood between South Division rivals. Starting to see it here. Certainly expect a lot of that against the Shreveport Mudbugs on Thursday and Friday. Of course, we definitely expect it against the New Mexico Ice Wolves the week after in Albuquerque. Seems like every time the Wranglers and the Ice Wolves meet, it's a bloodbath. McNaughton will take the draw for Amarillo. Offensive zone draw. Right circle. McNaughton wins it, but he's going to pounce on the puck and get it out to neutral ice. Williams, left side, trying to roll up ahead for Morris. Gerhard rumbling into the offensive zone. Williams, one-timer stopped by Johnson. Loose change is picked up by Brenner. Wranglers heavily forechecking here, trying to get that puck back. Oklahoma playing keep away for the moment. Brenner will swing it out left side. Find Bruick up ahead looking for Howard in the neutral zone. Shutting that play down is Gonu, but somehow Howard is able to return back to the puck. Two Wranglers are there trying to pry it away from him, making it difficult. Now Bruick gets into the fray as the puck is pinned up against the near boards of the Wranglers zone. Puck finally bounces free, comes to Nolan Gagnon, and he will just take his time behind the Wranglers' net. They look to break out here offensively. Standout defenseman for the Wranglers, Nolan Gagnon, with 13 points on the year, 2 goals, 11 assists. His 11 assists lead the Wranglers in assists this season. Papaspropoulos will wind it in. Zap muscles away a defender in the far corner, gets it to Doherty, left point. Right point, DeMarco shoots, goes off the end wall. Chesler picks it up, stealing it away is Pukanen. Pukanen trying to get that puck away. Warriors are able to shake it off of him though. And they'll go the other way. Bollinger in offensively, trying to drive towards the net. DeMarco shutting him off. Great defensive play by the alternate captain of the Wranglers. Zach will come away with the puck. He'll exit his own zone. And Zap with his head up, just backhanded down low. As he's due for a change, he'll go off. As the rest of that line will certainly follow afterwards as Doherty has the puck now. Move it right side. DeMarco up ahead, and looks like it's going to be an icing. As this kind of went through the Wranglers that were up ahead. 11:17 to go in the third. Another tight game here at Blazers Ice Center. A defensive zone draw for the Wranglers. Scores 2-1 Warriors. Just a little over the midway point of the third period. Draw will be to McDonough's right, near circle of the Wranglers zone. Oklahoma wins it, and splits the defense, and they'll have to regroup in the neutral zone. Go D to D. Ricky feeling the force of the forecheck. Just have to dump it into the Wranglers zone. Wranglers wanted an icing, not going to get it. And now Doherty gets harshly slammed into the boards. Oh, that's a dangerous play. And as he's just now getting up, looks like he's going to be okay. You know, those plays, players get hit a few feet away from the boards are always so dangerous. So it's a good sight to see that Doherty's back up on his feet, moving around. It's usually on those kind of plays, players are less fortunate, as it looks like it's going to be a penalty on the Warriors for that play. Looks like Carter Sproul is going to go to the box for Oklahoma. So the Wranglers, who are already 1 for 2 on the power play so far tonight, are going to get another crack at it here. This is a prime opportunity for the Wranglers to tie the game up at 2. We're on the near circle of the Warriors zone. Off the draw, whistles fly. Jack Ivey will take it out there with Ben Ivey, Jack McDonald, Pukanen, and Gagnon. Off that draw, players get tied up. Warriors emerge with the puck, and they will just sky it down to the Wranglers zone. Gunna plays it to Gagnon. Twist away from the forecheck. Look to get things started here on the power play for the Wranglers. Jack Ivey with the right side for his twin brother. Up ahead, Jack Ivey, Pukanen in the slot, drifts towards his left below the goal line. Topi Pukanen wraps around the net, goes to Ben Ivey near half wall. At the line, Jack Ivey back to Ben Ivey. Ben Ivey down low, Pukanen up to the line. Jack Ivey, Gagnon. Drift towards his left, shoots, and a save made by Johnson. Looks like the Wranglers were trying to go for a screen out in front. Pukkanen was in the area trying to block the vision of Dylan Johnson, but no avail. It's still a 2-1 game. Minute 18 left on the Wrangler power play. They'll get a change, and out comes Zapp, Papasparopoulos, McNaughton, Williams, and DeMarco. Second power play unit for the Wranglers. Off the draw, Zapp will send it off the inboards. Papasparopoulos trying to twist after it deeper. Puck gets pinned up in the near corner of the Warriors zone. Battle for it along the boards. Wranglers trying to shake it loose. And they do get it to the right point. DeMarco cross. Williams lets it fly towards the goal. Hits a few sticks. Puck is loose. Score! Alex Papasparopoulos ties the game up at 2. It's another power play goal. And the Wranglers, once again, somehow find a way to climb back and tie the game up, just like we saw them do in the first game here. Wranglers tie it up at 2, and again, it seems like it's going to be a race to 3, as the Wranglers kind of just threw the puck on goal. Johnson made the initial save, and then just chaos ensued. Wranglers tried to jam the puck home, and it was Alex Papasparopoulos who picked up the goal. As it looks like it'll be his 5th goal of the season. His standout rookie has been phenomenal for the Wranglers. Off the ensuing draw, Wranglers looking for more. They'll dump it in. 2 power play goals for the Wranglers. As up ahead, Sutton all alone to the goal. Save made by McDonough. Rebound. Oh, what a save by McDonough to keep the game tied at 2. Up ahead, McDonald with a slot. Jack Ivey. Save made by Johnson. Chaos on both ends of the ice. Unreal. You have got to be kidding me. It was a windmill save by Connor McDonough at one end, and a furious glove save by Dylan Johnson on the other. And somehow, some way, we're still tied at 2. Find out how this one ends together when we come back on NATV and YouTube.
This is Trace Day, and you're listening to Wranglers Hockey on YouTube.
Good, perfect.
Welcome back to the Wranglers Hockey Network, where it is a 2-2 game. After the most recent goal from Alex Papasparopoulos on the power play just moments ago to make it a 2-2 game, and then most recently a fantastic windmill save from Connor McDonough to keep the game tied at 2. Neutral zone draw. Goes the Warriors' way. Left side. Brook dumps it in. Doherty will meet it for the Wranglers. DeMarco has it. Pitches it up ahead for Pukkanen. Puck goes by him, though. Warriors will get a chance to go back on offense. Under 9 minutes to go in the third. Fleming in the neutral zone. Gets it left side. Sutton will tap it in below the goal line. Doherty will meet it for Amarillo. Cross-ice pass connects with Pukkanen. Send it back towards his right for Papasparopoulos. The most recent goal scorer will gain the red line and dump it in, as that line's due for a change. Big from center ice, finds Carlisle up ahead, move towards his right. Carlisle shoots, save made by McDonough, and Wranglers sweep up the rebound and get it back out to center ice. McNaughton steals it at center ice. Tries to move it towards his right, but it's stolen away. And Wranglers get it back. Gerhard off the end wall. Oklahoma is able to get it back down to the Amarillo zone, and it will be an icing. So an offensive zone draw coming up here for the Wranglers. Well, if you're just joining us here this evening, it's been a fun and exciting game here in Oklahoma. Warriors jumped out to a 2-0 lead off of goals from Howard and Fleming. In the second period, Wranglers rallied back. Power play goal from Roman Zapp made it 2-1, and then most recently in the third with 9:49 to go. On the power play, Alex Papaspropoulos got the most recent goal to make it a 2-2 game. And the puck goes, looks like it went out of play, so 7:51 will get a draw here. So it looks like the assists on the Papaspropoulos goal go to Connor McNaughton and Trey Williams. So it's a multi-point night for Connor McNaughton. Trey Williams picks up his 4th point of the year. He's in the neutral zone. Dronin is met by Tommy Chunchikov. Wranglers come away with the puck. Move it left side. He'll chase after it. Phillips moving in. Slams Vig into the far corner. Oklahoma lifts the puck up, but not out. Phillips is able to glove it down at the line. Puck clambers around for a bit. Comes back out to neutral ice. Wranglers will just find a way to send it back down. Johnson will slow it. Dronin. Right side finds Nelson, but pass goes by him. Gagnon will steal it away. Right side, DeMarco. Up the wing, looking for Jack Ivey. Glances off his stick. Wranglers looking to go to work here in the offensive zone. He's applying the forecheck. Jack Ivey tries to pick the puck away. Oklahoma's forced to just send it back to the neutral zone. Wranglers being patient here. Up ahead, Jack Ivey. Finds McDonald down low, shoots off the side of the net, goes to the slot. Wranglers can't get another shot off. DeMarco shoots from the near wall, and it's blocked. Jack Ivey now loses the puck in the high slot. Warriors once again forced to just lift it back out to center. Wranglers slowly starting to strangle the Warriors here and suppress them in their own zone. We get a whistle with 6:29 to go in the third. Shots are even, 7 apiece here in the third period. Oklahoma leads the shot count 31-17. An impressive game from Connor McDonough. It's given us a 2-2 tie here in the third period. Neutral zone draw. Warriors get it back out to center ice. Gordy picks his head up. Finds the stick of Pukinen, hops off of it though. Warriors, once again, lifting it back out to center ice. Wranglers very methodical in their approach here. DeMarco will fire it around to the far side wall. Goes by Zapp. Couldn't hold it in. Doherty will chase after it for Amarillo. After him is Homer. DeMarco now right side. Up the wing for Papaspropoulos. Gains Warrior blue, moves through the slot. Sees the puck knocked off his stick. Warriors will go back to work. Left side. They will send it in. Williams. It's met by Sutton. Amarillo able to retain possession of the puck. Papaspropoulos off the far wall. Will move it up ahead. No icing here as the Wranglers get a change. 5:34 to go in the third. Jeffers from behind his own goal. Loses it to Sutton, but we get a whistle here with 5:26 to go in regulation. Looks like they're going to bring this draw back to the Warriors zone. So perhaps it was an icing, not entirely sure. Either way, Wranglers get an offensive zone draw here. McNaughton out there with Gerhard and Morris. On the blue line, you've got Williams and Jeffers. Wranglers come away with the puck. Morris tries to go to the goal. Jeffers lets it fly, and it goes off the end boards. Sutton tries to get it out, and he does. Williams will chase after it, tries to cut off Howard, and he does. Wranglers work it up to the neutral zone, now into Warrior ice. After it is Gerhard. Warriors are able to work it back out to the neutral zone, looking for Howard. Wranglers cut him off once again, and will get the puck back. Gagnon from behind his own net, surveys the scene, picks his head up, stretch pass looking for McNaughton, intercepted at center ice by Fleming. They'll move over the Wrangler line, but the other Warriors were too eager to get across as they are offside with 4:44 to go in the third. Another Wranglers game, another tight finish. Wranglers are 5-1-1 in one-goal games. They'll look to make it 6-1-1 here. Neutral zone draw is won by Amarillo. Doherty looking up ahead, trying to find McDonald, goes by him. In Oklahoma territory, McDonald looks to get it back, battle along the board, sees the puck go below the goal line. Jack Ivey applying the forces here, trying to steal the puck away. Wranglers get it at the point. Gagnon flies it towards the net. Save made by Johnson, and he leaps towards the puck to smother it with 4:21 to go in the third. Think back to both Wranglers' goals, both on the power play, but think about how they were scored. Wranglers able to get a shot on goal, really down low on Johnson, get that rebound out in front, really kind of just crash the net and poke it home, and on both occasions that's exactly what the Wranglers did. So perhaps the game-winning goal, whether it be in overtime or regulation, comes that way as Doherty high slot shoots, and it just missed the net. Vig tries to get it back out to the neutral zone. He does. He's got Howard moving right side. Howard across, looking for Bruick. Pass just missed him. Comes to Papaspropoulos. Gets it to Gagnon. He will wait behind his own net again, as he seems to be kind of the quarterback of things offensively from the blue line for the Wranglers. Left side, Papaspropoulos shimmies around the defense. Will skate it around to the below the goal line. Puukkonen with it now. Near wall, Topi Puukkonen trying to muscle his way around a group of Warriors. Oklahoma does just enough to get it back out to the neutral zone. Williams gains center red. They'll spin it around to the near side wall. DeMarco tries to get it back down low. Warriors are there to meet the puck though. Nelson, left side, towards the slot. Wranglers crash him and steal the puck away. Williams up the right wing, finds Ben Ivey. Taps it towards Puukkonen. He will work its way in. He goes off for a change. Poolinger has to move it right side for Ricky. Gets caught up in his pants, and so they'll have to reset. Dronin over the Wrangler line. It's swarmed by Amarillo skaters. Wranglers come away with the puck once again. 2:53 to go in the third. Dronin tries to get it back up to the point. Puck hops up into the air, now it's pinned up against the boards. Got two guys jarring for it there. Jordan's able to kick it away to Nelson. He'll spin and turn it back down, trying to get it below the goal line. It comes up to the skates of Ben Ivey. He'll play it up ahead. Gagnon from the red line. Launches it around to the far corner of the Warriors zone. McNaughton with the puck on his stick. Feeling the force of the pressure from Oklahoma, they'll get it back out to the neutral zone. 2:21 to go in the third. Right side, DeMarco. Sends it around to the near wall. Oklahoma again jams it down, and it should be another icing on the Warriors, and it is. Very important face-off coming up here. A little over 2 minutes to go in regulation. Wranglers doing all the right things offensively. See if they're able to win this draw. Continue to do what they've done on offense. It'll be McNaughton to take the face-off against Carlisle. Not that draw. Oklahoma comes with the puck. Applying pressure is Gerhard trying to steal it away. Good forecheck there from the Wranglers rookie. So Oklahoma have to just turn it over in the neutral zone as DeMarco racing after it loses an edge. Helping out is Gerhard to keep possession for the Wranglers. Left side, Gerhard gets it back. over the Warrior line, tries to split the defense. Unable to do so, and Oklahoma will move it left side. Ricky dumps it in a 2-2 game. Doherty up ahead, stolen by Nelson. Below the goal line now, Doherty finds Gagnon. Will play it back to his D partner. Colin Doherty. Doing the forecheck from Dronin. Escape it and get it left side for Zapp. Roman Zapp into the offensive zone for Pukinen. Across, and the Wranglers trying to jam it home, and Johnson is able to shut the door with a 1:11 left in regulation. Oh boy, are we destined for another 3-2 Warrior and Wrangler overtime game? Color me shocked. Looks like that's what we're headed towards, unless someone's able to score in the next $1:11 in this game. Another offensive zone draw for the Wranglers here. Jack Ivey will take it for Amarillo. Just $1 and some change to go in the third. Off the draw, Ben Ivey to the slot, shoots, and it's blocked. Rides up a stick, goes into the far corner. Carlisle comes away with it. The right side, skated through the neutral zone. Into Wrangler territory, throws it towards the slot, picked off by Gagnon. He'll lift it into the neutral zone. After it is Ben Ivey trying to pry the puck away. Oklahoma escapes the pressure, but they turn it over in the neutral zone. Jack Ivey over the offensive line, but he's offside with 47 seconds to go in the third. So this will be a neutral zone draw, near side, across from the Warriors bench. Zapp will take it for the Wranglers, and he wins that draw. He's been so good in the faceoff circle for the Wranglers this season. Amarillo will dump it in. After it is Pukinen. Wranglers unable to hold it in. Warriors are forced to just tip it into the Wrangler zone. 28 seconds to go in regulation. Maybe one last gasp here for the Wranglers in regular time. Dronin gets it at center ice. Center ice logo tries to go around Roman Zapp. Zapp comes away with the puck, gets it to Pukinen. Pukinen driving towards the net. He shoots! On a stick, got in the way just at the last second. Puck never saw Johnson. Warriors go D to D, and they will just wait this one out. Once again, we're headed to overtime. So, another 3-3. Or another 2-2 Wranglers overtime game that's going to end in a 3-2 win. Question is this going to be for the Wranglers or the Warriors? Only time will tell. So make your pick for who you think is going to be the overtime hero. And look at the Wranglers. A lot of guys throughout the lineup who can really find a way to score. You know, I think Jack Ivey's due. I think if anybody's going to get it done in OT, look for number 6. We'll see if that's correct, but I think it's about time that Jack Ivey got on the board in overtime, so we'll see if he can do it. Everybody make your pick as to who you think will be the overtime hero for the Wranglers tonight if they are to come away with the victory. But defensively speaking, the Wranglers, and we talked about it in the pregame, talked about it all night long, you got to watch out for the speedsters on Oklahoma. You got to always know where number 8 and number 7 are, Sutton and Nelson respectively. You know that the Warriors are going to try and drop some plays for them here in overtime so they can get it done. But it also comes down to great goaltending, and the Wranglers would not be in this position in this game if it wasn't for the stellar play of Connor McDonough. McDonough is fantastic in this game, making a excellent windmill save to keep it 2-2 right after the Wranglers had scored. And early on made a great glove save to end the second period. It's been phenomenal tonight. Off the draw. Wranglers with Zapp, Papaspropoulos, and Gagnon out there. Oklahoma won the draw, so they will get the first chance offensively. As Chesler just to work it up ahead for Sutton. Pass was too far ahead. Wranglers get the puck. Papaspropoulos, in the comfort of his own zone, will find Gagnon, and he will start the breakout for Amarillo. Gagnon drifts towards the center. As the puck knocked off his stick. He'll chase after it, though. Wranglers on the forecheck. They pinch a little too much. The Warriors hurry. We'll get a 2-on-1 here, although hustling back is Gagnon. Bollinger to the goal. Poke check by McDonough. Papaspropoulos with the puck now. He will wait behind his net as the Wranglers get a few fresh bodies on the ice. Ben Ivy comes on, as does Williams. And now Papaspropoulos, who is holding the puck, will go off. Now you got the Ivy twins and Trey Williams out there in the 3-on-3 overtime session for Amarillo. Ben Ivy carries it into the neutral zone. Now over Warriors blue. Ben, left side. Towards the middle, nobody home. Puck comes to Bruick with 3:43 to go in overtime. Right side, Ricky carries it over the Wrangler line. Up ahead, looking for Nelson. He'll claim it below the goal line, swing out towards the high slot. He'll shoot. It's blocked by Ben Ivy. Bruick picks up the loose puck. Defending him is Jack Ivy. Gets caught up in the skates of those guys and trying to peel it away as Ben Ivy. Players will poke and jab at it. Wranglers get it back out to center ice. Nathan Ricky now from his own zone. He'll go off. On comes Elliott. Wranglers get a partial change. Now a full change. Pukkanen, McDonald, and DeMarco out there for the Wranglers, as offside was Elliott. Be a neutral zone draw on the near side in front of the Wranglers bench. 3:01 to go in overtime. Reminder, nobody scores here in the overtime session. We will head to a 3-man shootout. Off that draw, Elliott comes away with the puck in the neutral zone, although it's quickly contested by the Wranglers. Drop it back for Howard. Howard in the neutral zone, moves left wing. Pukkanen loses his stick, goes back to pick it up, and he does. Pukkanen. Jab at it. Warriors keep it in the offensive zone. Man goes off, new one comes on. Chesler in. Howard. Chesler calling for the puck. Excellent defense by DeMarco. Chesler keeps it in the line and then swiping it away is Topi Pukkanen. 2:17 to go in overtime. Chesler finds Dronin, Warriors captain, fumbles the puck in his own zone. Papaspropoulos out there with Zapp and Gagnon here for the Wranglers. Chesler, right side, looking for Carlisle, and the pass was too far ahead for him. Racing after it is Gagnon. Puck goes off the back of the net. Comes to Chesler. Far point. Has to be forced back out to the neutral zone. Good pressure there from Zapp. Dronin exchanges with Carlisle. Back up to Dronin. Now across for Ricky. Bruick up ahead for Ricky in the neutral zone. He'll take it into Wrangler territory. Tries to toe drag into the high slot. Wranglers get in the way of it. And Zapp picks his head up with the puck on his stick. Drops it off for Papaspropoulos. He'll gallop through the neutral zone. Alex Papaspropoulos will curl just at the last second before entering the Warriors zone. He'll retreat behind his net. And looks like the Wranglers are going to get a change here with under a minute to go in overtime. So now you got the Ivy brothers and Nolan Gagnon out there for the Wranglers. Jack Ivy will start to break out right wing. Gains center red, now Warriors blue. He's flying into the offensive zone. He'll stop, left point, go across. Ben Ivy with the puck on his stick. Walks the line and goes back out to the neutral zone. 33 seconds to go. He'll wait behind his net. Exchanges with Jack Ivy. He'll work his way along the right wing side once again. Over center red. Now Warriors blue. Jack Ivy takes a shot and it hops into the glove of Johnson. 13.2 seconds to go in overtime. Offensive zone draw for the Wranglers, so you got to think if the Wranglers can win this draw here, maybe get a few cracks on the goal with a few shots. Bit of a chance to win it in overtime. Otherwise, we're going to head to a shootout. McNaughton will lean in to take the draw. Carlisle is his opponent. Draws one by McNaughton. Taganian fires. Save made by Johnson. 9.9 seconds to go. We talk about how good Roman Zapp has been in the faceoff circle. McNaughton has been excellent as well. We want a critical draw for the Wranglers there. We'll see if he can do it again here. This time the draw is in the near circle of the Warriors zone. This time his opponent is Sutton. This time the Warriors win it. They come away with it. 6 seconds to go. Carlisle up ahead, races into the Wranglers zone. Carlisle turns, can't get a shot off, headed to a shootout. So 65 minutes wasn't enough. We head to a 3-man shootout. Connor McDonough has been excellent. It's only fitting that the game will come down to the two goaltenders who have made a few fantastic saves in this game. Be interesting to see who the Wranglers send out here with the shootout. This is only Amarillo's second shootout game of the year. The only other time was back in the home opener against the Corpus Christi Ice Rays on the 29th of September, when they came away with a 5-4 shootout win. Looks like for the Warriors, they played a shootout game at the Showcase against the Rochester Junior Americans, winning 3-2, and that is their only shootout game so far. So both teams playing in their second shootout game to start the year. Kicking things off is Nolan Gagnon for the Wranglers. They'll move right side, in towards the goal, fake a shot, drift towards his right, and score! What a move from the Wranglers defenseman. He gives the Wranglers an edge early on in the shootouts. So up next is Drew Sutton. Leads the Warriors in points. Take it. Go right down Broadway. Drift towards his left. Fumbles it for a minute. And a save made by McDonough. Sutton was looking to go 5-hole. And McDonough slammed the door. So Wranglers with a 1-0 edge after frame 1. On comes Topi Pukkanen. Finish forward, will pick up the puck in the neutral zone. Swing out left side. It's a lefty shot. Pukkanen to the goal. He scores! Topi Pukkanen! Wranglers have scored 2 in the shootouts. And so now the game hinges on Caden Nelson and Connor McDonough. If Nelson scores, we'll play on. If McDonough makes the save, the Wranglers will win. Nelson swings out left. He's a righty shot, moves into the circle, takes a shot off the post, and the Wranglers win in the shootouts. Amarillo comes from behind, down by 2, and they win it in the shootout. What a big win for the boys in blue. And they have stunned the Oklahoma crowd. Said it yesterday, I'll say it again. The key word for the Wranglers this season, resilience. This team has that never say die mentality. And they just somehow find ways to win in tight games. did it once again. The Wranglers moved to 2-0 in the shootout. Now 6-1-1 in one-goal games. Wranglers post-game show starts now. What more can you say? Really, it's just unbelievable how the Wranglers find a way to do this. But that's what good teams are made of. And really, this is the kind of team that you don't want to come playoff time. We're still early on in the season, a lot of growth to be had for clubs all around the league, but the Wranglers right now, they're showing a tremendous amount of growth in terms of, making plays while being down, coming back to win games, winning games in overtime, winning games in tight games. And the Wranglers have proven time and time again that they are able to do so. And what can you say? Big win for the Wranglers. Go 4-1 against Oklahoma in this 5-game set. They'll head home happy. It's just one of those things where it does so much for a team's confidence to come in to beat the defending champs, and that's one thing. But it's another thing to come away with 2 out of 3 in the defending champions building. Hostile environment, sound echoes in here really well, a lot of reverb. Wranglers were tested here in enemy territory this weekend. 2 very tight matchups against the Warriors, and the Wranglers were able to come away with 2 victories in close games against the defending champions. So Wranglers have a lot to be proud of here. They'll head home happy. They'll have a quick turnaround as a 11 a.m. start on Thursday against another really good South Division team, the Shreveport Mudbugs. It'll be a fun one to watch, so make sure you catch it on NATV. We'll have the audio feed here for you on YouTube, but Wranglers, man, something about them. Tell you what, you don't spit into the wind, you don't tug on Superman's cape, and you don't mess with the Amarillo Wranglers. This is a team that has showed a lot of resiliency throughout the course of the year, and confidence only continues to grow, as I can hear them cheering in the locker room behind me. They're going to celebrate tonight. Won 4 out of 5 in this 5-game set against Oklahoma. And you look at the special teams for Amarillo in this game, and really that was the deciding factor in this game. Connor McDonough played fantastic. They don't win this game without his stellar play. He's probably in my 3 stars of the game. We'll get to that in a moment. But the Wranglers absolutely dominated the special teams category. Went to the penalty kill 6 times. 6 for 6. What more can you ask for from the penalty kill? Fantastic work from those units. And then you look at the power play. Only 3 chances, but they cashed in on 2 of them. 7 straight games with the power play goal. When you're given a chance on the power play, you got to find a way to score. Good teams find a way to score on the power play. I mean, you look even in the NHL, it seems like playoff teams usually have a good power play that is able to score, usually hovers around or above 20%. For the Wranglers, power play numbers are going to go up with 2 out of 3 here tonight. Roman Zapp getting that first power play goal, second with Alex Papastropoulos. Let's go through the game recap, and then we'll get to the 3 stars of the game. First goal was scored by Oklahoma's Bryce Howard. 12:34 to go in the first period. Assisting him are Sutton and Bruick. That made it a 1-0 game. Wranglers are trying to mark the puck out of their own zone. Warriors aggressively pinched. They get it down low to Howard, who was in the slot. He beat McDonough for the first goal of the game. Second period, Oklahoma with a 1-0 lead. They increase it to 2 on a goal from Landon Fleming. Getting the assists are, looks like Nelson and Spruill. That made it a 2-0 game, a minute 40 into the second period for the Wranglers. Say that word again. Resiliency. Just rolls off the tongue. Resiliency. They find a way to get back into the game. Power play opportunity is given to the Wranglers. Roman Zapp cashes in. It's one of those plays where Papastropoulos took the puck away from the far side wall, just threw it on goal. I mean, a bunch of Wranglers took whacks at it. Zapp was able to find a way to take the money to the bank and He was able to beat Johnson, give the Wranglers their first goal of the game with 3:13 to go in the second period. So Warriors lead 2-1 heading into the third intermission. Only one goal scored in the third period. Another power play goal for the Wranglers. Alex Papasparopoulos from Connor McNaughton, Trey Williams. Connor McNaughton now is a multi-point game again. And he's been on fire as of late. This is now his third multi-point game of the year. As he picks up 2 assists in tonight's game. Alex Papasparopoulos gets his 5th goal of the year. 9:49 to go in the third. Ties the game up at 2. Wranglers really start to go to work on offense. I mean, I really think that Wranglers did an excellent job of suppressing the Warriors in the Warriors zone. You talk about offense is the best defense. Wranglers were kind of just suffocating the Warriors, not really letting them get any chances the other way. I mean, there were a few breaks here and there, but for the most part, the Warriors were just forced to kind of just lift the puck back out to center ice, where the Wranglers would just reset, get it changed, and right back in, go back on offense. So good stuff there from the Wranglers. 60 minutes wasn't enough. We had to overtime. Overtime wasn't enough, so there's 65 minutes of gameplay. You go to the shootout. Nolan Gagnon opens the scoring. What a move from that defenseman. He's a special one, man. Like, he's a special offensive defenseman. This guy's got some hands, and he showed them off in the shootout. Kind of reminds me of Chris Letang in a way. Chris Letang, the Penguins would send him out in the shootout. Do a pretty good job of it. Ryan Anderson sends out Nolan Gagnon and really fakes out. Dylan Johnson is able to beat him. The first goal of the shootout. McDonough is able to stop Sutton. Wranglers have a 1-0 edge, and then Topi Pukkanen goes out there and does what he does and scores. Because that seems like all he does is score. Pukkanen scores, gives the Wranglers a 2-0 edge in the shootout. So it comes down to Connor McDonough shutting down Caden Nelson, and Nelson rings it off the pipe. Wranglers win 3-2 in the shootout. And it's really fitting that the Wranglers come down and are able to stop the Warriors' 2 best goal scorers in the shootout, Sutton and Nelson. Because that was the theme of the weekend, was how do you find a way to shut down Sutton, who was really on fire coming into the series. He's now on a 6-game point streak after his assist earlier on in the game. But how do you find a way to shut down those two? The Wranglers were able to do a good job of it today. Nelson held off the board. Sutton just 1 assist. Or actually, no, Nelson was on the board with 1 assist, so I beg your pardon. But both with 1 assist here in tonight's game. It's not bad for the Wranglers. So found a way to shut them down and come away with the victory here tonight. It's a big win for the Wranglers. They'll head home happy as they'll await the Shreveport Mudbugs at home on Thursday morning. 11 a.m. start time. We'll have it here for you on NATV and YouTube. We'll kick off the pregame show probably around 10:50, maybe 10:45. Remains to be seen. But short week for the Wranglers. They'll be right back in action, so you can catch it on NATV and YouTube. So, 3 stars of the game. I got to go with McDonough. Oh, it's tough. It's tough, man. Give me McDonough, Zapp, and Papasparopoulos. 3 stars of the game. Although you got to throw 4 stars of the game. McNaughton's in there as well. I'm not going to put them in any order. They all chipped in. So, in no particular order, we've got Zapp, Papasparopoulos, McNaughton, and McDonough. Those are your stars of the game. So, I think that'll do it for me. The Wranglers are going to head back home after picking up 4 out of 5 against the Warriors. Once again, your final score is 3-2. Wranglers win in the shootout. Guy Chiarenza saying so long and good night